It's about time.
We are taking it up a notch.
Yeah.
That's the thing that
Yep.
they got you. So
It's up. Each team has 1 point.
the workers.
Slide.
10 workers go down.
I like the idea. That is a very saturated mineral line. Oh, but it hits the overlord.
Overlord. Oh.
Alright, there we go.
Yes! I've been practicing with those for the last week.
He's got his medication on hand. Oh, but he gets surrounded.
Oh, and he question marks him.
Oh.
DM's his friend. I like it. It's always fun when you play your friend.
Does he have another blink? Very, yes, very nice. Bruce does have enough to really take on this army. He just needs to blink on top of it. Finish off those cyclones.
Looks like he's mostly defensive looking. Oh, there
Yep,
we go.
there we go.
There we go.
There's the
One.
time. Very nice. Storm kills it.
It's gonna be it. GG's. Oh,
Going straight for the workers. Huge economic damage. 24 workers going down.
Oh no, that's a bad storm. That he walked through all the Protoss units got stormed there. Very few of the
They are going to be taking on the 2-time world champion Sarah. He has come in with guns ablaze. That is currently 30 units. We have the GG.
Pull it up!
Minnesota Barcraft, FSL team, manages to get a GG.
A very good try overall. He's did work. You know? Oh, you know.
To a 2-0 victory over GG Izzy. GG's call.
10, multiply there. We have the GG. Alright, great.
Welcome guys to the FSL Season 10 Individual Championship Spillover events. We're going to cast all of the uncasted playoff games and maybe a little show matches as well, or some mono battles if we have enough people at the end of it. I will be your host today, just me, Nucleo, for now. And yeah, we have a few sets that we're going to get into. So just to reiterate, this was the bracket for the FSL Season 10 Championship, and we didn't get to cast every single game. So we skipped over Spam, Rice, and Monkey Shaman, and we also didn't do Chimpone versus Mon Litwig. There was also SCV Sir and Von Ludwig as well that we didn't cast. I think that one was a pretty good one based on what I was hearing. And then Papella versus Wind Shadow. My man, you're not using your headset mic. I could have swear I was. Let me see here. Maybe there's a setting for this. Or maybe it's just low. OBS should be using my actual headset mic. Is this helping at all, guys? Is this making it any louder? A little bit of testing. Or maybe I'll just shout, maybe that'll work. Alright. Well, let's get into the first match, which is going to be Monkey Shaman versus Spam and Rice. And the first map looks like it's going to be Taito Citadel. So let's just show the bracket real quick, or the maps that were decided. And that is not that one, it is this one here. There we go. And yeah, start lineup right here. Sounds like I'm talking normally, but in an empty room. I actually am kind of talking in an empty room right now. There's barely anything in this room. All right. First game will be on 10,000 feet. This was played on a prior patch, so we're just going to take a little bit of time to download the files needed for this. Yeah, maybe I should get more things to fill this room. I think it might help with the acoustics. I want to get like a carpet for this place, for this room in particular. Should help like sounds a little bit.
You are watching FSL.
Alright, so it's been a while since I've done production, so just bear with me, guys. Alright, in the bottom right, we have the green Zerg player. His name is
Monkey Shaman.
And in the top left, we have the blue Terran player. His name is
Spam and Rice.
using a slightly different overlay this time, guys, for the replay. I think this is the WCS one. I just wanted to see like what it looked like in comparison to the Pro one. So far, I'm liking it. There's even a little indicator here that shows the weapons and armor upgrades. Oh, and the APM too. That is so slick. Alright, normal hatch first opening for Monkey Shaman here. Monkey Shaman is a random player, by the way, so he doesn't always spawn in as Zerg. He has chosen the hard way of playing SC2, which is learning every single race and just doing his best. He'll definitely learn more for doing that. Oh, Spam and Rice, what are you doing here? So we got a barracks set back home to make this look normal, and then we have a proxy Rax right here, which is probably going to get scouted, if I had to guess. Hi, what is this? BK Cuddle 05. This is a some like extra games that we didn't get to cast from the FSL individual championships. These were some games earlier on in the bracket. We did the grand finals yesterday. If you haven't seen that, I would check out the VODs on YouTube. I don't want to spoil anything for you. But the games were pretty good. You should definitely check it out. But just to answer your question, it's like a like casual team league. We also do individual championships after the end of the team league. And then, yeah, it's just a whole lot of fun, open to all skill levels. If you're considering joining, I have an application link for you. A little bit of supply block here from Spam and Rice, and his proxy did get scouted. Monkey Shaman is making a ton of links here. I assume to eventually overwhelm this forward position. But yeah, this is just a single proxy rack, so I guess realistically there's not that much he could do with this, just only producing one Marine at a time, especially with the supply block. Maybe the intention was to build a forward bunker at Monkey Shaman's expansion, but now that the creep has fully expanded forward, it's going to be very difficult to do anything with this. Oh, yeah, the bunker goes down, so this is just a very delayed cannon rush, but yeah, Monkey Shaman is more than ready with 6 lings there, ready to overwhelm those Marines. Yeah, no Malachite is going to save you. There's Ben Rice. He gets the SCV building the bunker, and yeah, the rest of the structure gets cancelled or killed. Meanwhile, back home, he's just teching towards factory tech. I assume a star part will go down after this. Yeah, that barracks is forced to lift, and Monkey Shaman has complete map control right now. The world is his oyster. Cordell shared down. I assume that means down to join FSL. I think I have like an application link for you guys actually. Yeah, if you check this page right here, there's an application link on that page. It should be somewhere on the page. You just goes to a Google form, you can answer some questions, and we'll see if it's a good fit for you. So yeah, a barracks being floated like this is usually a telltale sign of mech. There is one siege tank in production, and oh, okay, I totally missed this. Monkey Shaman made it right into the main, and then I guess the depots were lifted. That is a very nice spot for that siege tank, though. I think eventually it's going to go down with all the melee attacks hitting it. But yeah, this is very awkward for Spam and Rice right now. Not being able to open the gates to his main, all these units. Oh, okay, I see what happened. There's a gap there. Okay. Yeah, that really looked like a wall. To my untrained eye, this was a wall. But yeah, with all this, with all these workers going down, this is looking like it's about to be game. Yeah, 24 workers killed and more lings showing up. Yeah, should be seeing a GG shortly. Yep, and we get the GG. Oh, I didn't even notice that. Yeah, KJ, thanks for the mod. I didn't notice that my link was auto-deleted.
Thank you for following this channel. Psy, Storm, and FSL are happy to have you.
The awkward thing about loading games from replay is that you kind of get logged out every single time you leave a replay. Kind of strange. Alright, game 2 is going to be on Celestial Enclave between Monkey Shaman and Spam and Rice, so let's load that one up. And just in case that link got auto-deleted, I'll just repost it.
You are watching FSL.
Let's see here. Alright, in the bottom right we have the green Protoss player this time. Up 1 point, he is
Monkey Shaman.
And in the top right, we have the blue Terran player. Down 1 point in this series, he needs a little bit of support. He is
Spam and Rice.
And I have a co-caster with me here. His name is Papella. He's actually going to be playing later in one of these sets.
Yeah.
So yeah, interesting first choice from Spam and Rice just to wall off that worker-only path. I guess he really just doesn't want to get cheesed on this map. It is definitely an odd one. But so far, other than that, just looking pretty normal. Barracks, gas. Looks like he'll be completing his wall. Hopefully a full wall this time. First time chatter in the chat, Valentina. Hi, Papella sounds Italian. Are you Italian, Papella?
I am Swiss and from the Italian part, so yeah, I do speak Italian, my first language. I do have a bit of an Italian accent.
So, I knew that there was a German part of Switzerland. I knew there was a French part. I don't think I knew that there was an Italian part. Is that like a sizable part of Switzerland?
8% of the population in Switzerland speaks Italian, so yeah, it's very low.
So more of a minority, but significant.
Yeah, mostly German.
So do you have like a special draw towards Rainer as an Italian player, or no, because he plays Zerg?
I do, actually, I do. The Italian first, even though it's not my main race. Italian. I cheer for him.
Yeah. Looks like Spam and Rice is just dotting his I's, crossing his T's, scouting with that first Marine. It's actually on a patrol, I believe. So this Marine's going to be running around for a while, just making sure that he's not getting any proxies, that he doesn't see any proxies that might be building. And he's actually running towards one right now, I believe. I think he's going to end up scouting this proxy in this corner here, which is just a gateway building. But behind this, it looks like there's just warp tech. No actual like upgrades, like in terms of Twilight Council or Forge. So this is looking like it's just going to be like a simple gateway proxy. I guess Spam Rice is... Oh no, sorry, Monkey Shaman is trying to distract him a little bit by building a pylon away from the proxy. It looks like it's working for the time being. So this gateway should be able to get up uninterrupted. Switzerland is beautiful. I also enjoyed my time in Tokyo. Two of my favorite travel spots. Yeah, I've heard very good things about Switzerland. I have not been to either place. But yeah, plenty of destinations in Europe and Asia are beautiful travel destinations.
That's true.
I particularly like Prague in Europe. I think Prague is probably my favorite European city.
Yeah, Prague, it's very beautiful, has a very official, the architecture is very nice.
Yeah. In the meantime, it looks like Monkey Shaman's proxy is getting a little overwhelmed here. He was only able to warp in one stalker from it before the pylon went down. So it looks like this proxy is a little dead in the water for the moment, so I'm curious to see what the transition will be.
He probably wanted to do proxy to spawn in already stalkers there as reinforcements instead of a war prism.
Yeah, probably for the future. Yeah, he was probably just setting up his proxy there just to warp in more aggressively later. Very early to do that, though. I guess like maybe it's not worth the initial investment, but I like the ideas. Monkey Shaman planning his aggression a little ahead of time. In the meantime, I think Monkey Shaman may actually be running away with this game a little bit. So he chose to expand to the forward location, which is a full mineral patch base. This gives him a lot more income than the back base here, which only has, looks like 8 mineral patches and 1 gas geyser. So really setting himself up well for the income here. Yeah, as you can see right now, he's mining a little bit more. Okay, yeah, well, it looks like Terran just milled, so he just pulled ahead in the mineral income. But in terms of gas income, Monkey Shaman is still beating Spam and Rice at the moment. And yeah, would love to see more infrastructure being thrown down by Spam and Rice. I believe, yeah, he definitely has the minerals for it. He could throw down a few more barracks. Yeah, and just churn out more units a little bit more consistently. Maybe get a little bit of upgrades as well. Don't think he has stim, and it's not on the way. Oh, looks like he heard me. I got the voice that can reach back in time and tell the players what to do. So yeah, he throws down a bunch of barracks, and yeah, his production should start to scale a little bit better.
In the meantime, charge finishes, and almost an oracle's out, just to do some harassment.
Yeah.
Not many units that can shoot up though, from Spam and Rice.
Yeah, he's leaning heavily on the Marauders and the siege tanks here. So I think he's gonna go like in hard and fast, trying to do a lot of damage to any sort of armored structure here. It's probably his plan. Or stalkers in general, I suppose. He's hoping that his opponent has a stalker-heavy army potentially.
Yeah, and this drops in the pocket base could be pretty huge damage for Monkey Shaman.
I like what Monkey Shaman is doing though here with his Oracle. He's just putting up a bunch of stasis traps just to protect against any future ground attacks. But the attack isn't coming from the ground in this case, it's coming from the sky. And Celestial Enclave, because it has this little pocket base in the back, it's just very prone to drops. It looks like Monkey Shaman did try to protect against that with the siege tank, but yeah, it looks like the drop just sort of skidded right past it. We have Monkey Shaman's all over this with charge. He's able to get right on top of this army and just shoo it away. But yeah, he'll have to just like keep a few units in the back here if he doesn't want that drop to come back.
Yeah, one photon cannon, but didn't do anything.
Yeah. Question in the chat, title says show matches. Is that later? Who is playing? Is it open? So it's not exactly open. It'll be between any people who are currently in the league who are available. We may also do a mono battle event as well if we have enough people. We'll see who we have, but if we don't have enough for either, then it'll just be the replay casts from this last event. But yeah, if you're interested in joining, make sure to apply using that link I posted above. We are definitely looking for more people to join this team league, and yeah, we also do the individual championships as well, and we also do fun matches like fun events like show matches, and also like mono battle events here or there, or custom games, stuff like that. It's a great community for StarCraft, and we hope to include you guys. Phoenix was created just to shoo away this double drop. It looks like it will get intercepted. One of the full medevacs goes down, and that was the heavy one as well. The medevac rejoins with the rest of the army, but yeah, that one gets sniped as well, and the rest of the army is just kind of waddling around. You could do a little tit for tat there, sniping the Templar. But yeah, the size of Monkey Shaman's army is looking a little bit scary in comparison to Spam and Rice's.
Yeah, and in the meantime, Monkey Shaman also taking a cheeky base.
Oh yeah?
Corner right.
It would the only thing cheekier than this base in the bottom right is probably the upper left. Expand on your opponent's side of the map.
Yeah.
So it looks like Monkey Shaman is heading towards the destructible rocks in his opponent's natural here. He doesn't explicitly have vision of it. Okay, I guess he has vision over the rocks, but it's a question of whether or not he will notice if those rocks are taken down. Oh, and Spam Rice actually does scout that hidden base there, so he knows what's going on. The question is, will he be able to do anything about it, especially now that the army is literally guarding that attack path.
Yeah, and especially now he has to defend against this pretty big army of zealots. So
yeah,
he won't be having much to counterattack with.
Yeah, so it looks like Monkey Shaman probably saw that he was ready to guard those destructible rocks and decided to rotate up into the natural, which is actually, this ramp is actually pretty wide open right now. Just a single siege tank, but with this many charge zealots, you can get right on top of it and snipe it. Yeah, like at this point, Monkey Shaman may be even able to just 1A at this point. Okay, so there's a second siege tank here as well. I didn't notice that one. A little bit of Sim City going on here last minute. Maybe if these Marines have stim and they kite really well, they'll be able to take out all these zealots. A little bit of kiting going on. Okay, he's not doing too terribly, but yeah, I think he really needed stim here. Yeah, and Monkey Shaman just looks like he's overwhelming in this case.
Marines on the high ground now.
Yep.
Needs to close the depot. Ah, the zealots get in.
Yep, the Zealots get in, and there's another large warping of Zealots looking to join the front there. But yeah, now Monkey Shaman's right on the production, just killing units as they trickle out. Even killing the few workers that are in the main right here. And force fielding them so they have nowhere to go. Bad insult to injury.
Looks very, very bad. And there's the G.
Alright, so that's our first set right there. Let's head up back over to the custom scoreboard here. I'll give that a quick update. Alright. So the next set we're going to go into is Sheenpone versus Von Litwig. You can see SC2 behind the overlay at the bottom. Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, a little bit of, looks like SC2 is a little bit larger than the overlay. Well, that's fine. I don't mind if you guys see my enter box. Spoiler alert, I have SC2 open behind this. May shock you. So yeah, what did you think of that game, Papella? Or that set, Papella?
It was very good. Monkey Shaman. So, better army. But Spammer Rice still had some good ideas, probably.
Yep. I think it was mostly just a macro differential. Okay, it looks like we have the next game loaded.
You are watching FSL.
Alright. In the top right, we have our pink Protoss player. His name is...
Chin Home.
You want to take this one, Papella?
Yeah, sure. On the top left corner, kinda, we have our Von Lipwick player.
Von Litwig.
Yeah, typically we have the robot announce it, but every now and then it's fun to just say it yourself.
It's the first time I cast.
It's okay, yeah. So I made that mistake so many times, you have no idea. One day I hope to have the bravado that that one British SC2 caster had, where he would like scream out the players' names. I don't think my neighbors would like that very much, though.
Yeah, especially if you talk in an empty room.
Yeah, exactly. Reminds you of the GSL intros, Rift Turf. Yeah, I can see that. They do use the robot thing as well. Oh, by the way, GSL is coming back. That's exciting news. If you haven't heard of that, should be fun. I think it's a smaller GSL though. It's not going to be as big as it used to be, unfortunately.
In the meantime, having a chat with the two players.
A chat between the two players? What do you mean?
Yeah, they were chatting a bit.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, it looks like they're just discussing one of the games that they were playing. So far, it looks pretty stock standard from Qianpeng. It looks like he just did an early expansion. He's up against a Zerg. What is a little bit, looks like it's a little bit late is the drones coming out from Von Litwig's base. Normally you'd have like a lot more drones being pumped out right now, and a third base on the way potentially. I think he'll throw that down shortly, just a little bit delayed. And yeah, this wall is interesting from Qianpeng as well. It looks like he has like he has like the pylon and then the pylon to back it up. Like it's the Tastosis pylon.
Yeah, and going for a fast forge.
Yeah, going for a fast forge as well, yeah. So I guess this is going to be like a heavy upgrade style. Yeah, he starts the upgrade right away. going for armor in this case, which is interesting in this matchup. I think typically the preference is for attack. Maybe he's gonna go heavy on the charge zealots or something, I'm not sure.
Only quick scouting the forge that's already researching.
Yeah, and a Twilight Council is behind this as well. So this is a Twilight Council opening for Jianpeng. I'm just really curious how it's gonna go from here.
I would think maybe he want to go for mass charge zealots with armor, maybe?
I would think so, right? Like, why else would you get the armor upgrade for Protoss? Maybe for Immortals, but he doesn't have a Robo on the way, right? Oh, there is a Robo on the way. I stand corrected.
Okay.
But even so, like, I feel like you really want the attack upgrade just to, like, destroy things as Protoss. Like, one-shotting things as Protoss, like, that is, like, canon, you know? Like, name a better duo between Protoss and one-shotting things. In the meantime, Von Litwig is, Von Litwig is getting a relatively early lair here. It's about halfway done and it's only 4 minutes, so this is actually very fast tech from Von Litwig. And yeah, he's just taking the opportunity to scout, just making sure he knows what Jianpeng's up to. He doesn't quite have vision of the main, though. That's the one thing that is kind of lacking from his vision. Okay, looks like he does have an Overlord here that did skid across. He does see that a upgrade is being chronoed from the Twilight Council right now. So he does know something's up, and the lack of the third base should definitely be setting off alarms in his head right now.
And it is charged, so...
Oh yeah, we called it. And a Warp Prism as well. This can actually be kind of hard to deal with. Yeah, another tell here is Jianpeng did not take any of the gases at his natural. He's only mining from the 2 gases in his main.
I guess both of the players are skipping, trying to get on the late... Well, Zerg trying to get fast on the late game with fast upgrades, and Jianpeng wants to finish the game quickly with a Zealot run by, maybe in the main.
Yeah, so it looks like Von Litwig is kind of going for like a big Legion army to defend this. He does have his third base now, but like this is coming at the cost of quite a few drones. And he does have a Roach Warren as well, so he can make Roaches electively. I'm not sure if he correctly has identified exactly what type of Protoss army this will be, because yeah, the Charge Zealots have not been warped in yet. And a third base is actually on the way as well, okay. So I'm wondering if this is going to be a fake third.
In the meantime, Litwig having a very big ball of things, and possibly morphing them into Banelings.
Oh yeah, the Banelings would do really well here versus the charge, because they'll just charge right into Banelings. Yeah,
and there's not much to defend here from the Lings. Well, the wall will block them from getting in, but there's not much.
Yeah. Von Litwig gets right on top of those units, and he's going to get a cancel on this third base. He even has a healthy pack of Lings at the fourth base as well, so yeah, anywhere that Jianpeng tries to expand that isn't a ninja base is going to get denied for the time being. So yeah, Jianpeng is actually in the chat right now, and he says, I always heard that you get armor first as Protoss. I think that's definitely the case if you're playing against Terran, because the armor upgrade helps you like a lot versus Bio. But I think versus Zerg, you typically want to prefer the attack upgrade and then get armor as a secondary.
Yeah, I think mostly in my games I do always Protoss get the attacks. I think mostly you go for attack and the main upgrade.
I guess it maybe depends on how many zealots you have in your army. But yeah, there's definitely more than one way to skin a cat. This Warp Prism glitching out a little bit due to the air blockers on this map. I'm sure Jianpeng will realize it momentarily and then warp in a bunch of zealots into Von Litwig's base. Speaking of, Von Litwig's army would be horribly out of position for this. He is going for a very heavy Link Bane army, which is running right into some Stalkers and Immortals, so not the ideal army to fight against, but doing pretty well for the time moment.
He did do pretty well, but he probably should have used the Banelings for the pylon and get into the base.
Yeah, to make his those more effective.
Yeah, those Archons are just going to clean up everything.
And Shinphone finally realizes that his Warp Prism was glitching out a little bit. He drops those Zealots and warps in a bunch more. This is going to be devastating because, Von Lippig is not in position at the for the time being. He does have a healthy pack of Lings, but yeah, but Lings without their upgrades versus Zealots that are actually like pretty well upgraded at this point. They have +1 armor. It's going to hurt a little bit.
Yeah, +1 armor, +2 armor on halfway down.
Yeah. Oh, so I actually do like this from Von Litwick. He elected to get the Carapace upgrade versus a pretty heavy Zealot army, which is exactly what you want to do, I think, versus Zealots. I mean, melee upgrades also definitely help as well. Once Zerglings get like really good melee upgrades, and especially Adrenal, they start to do very well versus Zealots. They actually trade pretty favorably for versus them, versus normally when you have to get like a full surround versus Zealots to do anything to them.
Yeah. In the meantime, Pylon goes down, so the Zerglings come pouring the natural.
Yeah, this is a bit of a bloodbath right here. So far, 13 workers killed by Chanpone, only 3 by Von Litwick.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and those Zealots are in the most annoying position possible. Yeah, Chanpone definitely getting a lot of value for his units right here. Looking at the drone count, only 26 drones left for Von Litwick, so this is a pretty dire position compared to the 41 of Chanpone. Yeah, and every time he knocks down that wall, Chanpone just puts it right back up.
Still producing Lings, no roaches, no Hydras behind this.
Those Archons are going to do so well versus those Zerglings trying to knock down a wall, and then to add insult to injury, he uses energy overcharge on the battery.
Yeah, those buildings are not going to die easily.
Oh, definitely not. And even Storm being researched on the way, which is like the perfect counter to the type of army that Von Litwick is going for at this point.
Yeah, and 10 minutes in, Von Litwick still on 3 bases. At least keeping Shinphone on 2 bases, not letting him expand, but eventually those minerals are going to run out, so that's going to be a problem.
Another Zealot run by hits Von Litwick's 3rd base. Von Litwick responds to it by sending the Lings back. It looks like he's getting a decent surround versus the Zealots right now, but yeah, these Zealots are just like not dying. Oh my god. Yeah. Oh, it's because of it's because of the armor upgrades. He doesn't have
the armor is showing.
Yeah, he doesn't have the attack upgrades on the Zerglings yet. That's why it's taking so long to kill them. Yeah, upgrades are important, guys. They're basically the equivalent of buying items in a game like League of Legends or something. I know it doesn't seem like much, like +1 damage or whatever, like, but no, it makes a lot of sense.
Link staying underneath the Warp Prism to...
Oh my god, he drops Templar just to storm the workers.
Well,
Chinpone's a pretty creative player.
Gets a couple drones, but there weren't many.
Yeah.
Could have gotten much more value from the
There we get the GG.
First game. Probably Von Litwick should have done roaches, so he could have break that wall much easier and then lean flooded.
Yeah, a Roach Ling army I think would have done a lot better. Maybe even mix in some Ravagers just to knock down the wall a little bit faster, get a little bit extra DPS. Probably would have hard countered the charge style army. I mean, you can choose to do a Baneling defense versus charge if you want, but like, I think Roaches are probably like the more consistent, safer choice. The Baneling defense just relies so heavily on having enough units. Papella, are you on NA at the moment? I could, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, here, I'm gonna add you to the lobby so we can watch this together. Game 2 is gonna be on Taito Citadel. So let's head on over to the overlay again. Let's show you guys what the bracket looks like. Update this real quick. So Chinpon is leading 1 point right now. Okay, actually, man, Blizzard is so weird. It says unavailable while we're in a party. We can't watch this replay because it's on the older patch and we're in a party.
Oh, okay.
Oh my god, that's annoying.
I can still watch.
Yeah, just cast from the stream. Yeah, there's a minimal delay. Blizzard is so weird. All right, we're loading into the next game on Taito Citadel, guys.
You are watching FSL.
Yeah, just bear with me, guys. I'm a little rusty with the production tool. It's a lot of clicking and making sure you get the right thing. Alright, in the bottom right, we have our red Zurich player, down 1 point in this best of 3 series. His name is
Von Lipweep.
Go for it, Capella.
And on the top left corner, our young prodigy leading 1-0.
Chinpon.
Another fun fact about these players, guys, they both play on the same team. They are both on Pull the Boys at the moment. Von Lidwig is the co-captain of Pull the Boys. So this is a bit of a team kill in this tournament that occurred recently. Always a little dramatic when you have to play your own team member and knock them out of the tournament. But hey, even if you knock them out, that's still your team succeeding, so you should be happy for each other.
It's the individuals.
Yeah. Depending on the player, I feel like some players take the individual tournaments a little bit more seriously as well, as opposed to the team tournaments. Pretty stock standard out of Von Lipwig right now. It looks like this was just a hatchery expand hatch gas pool. Should see him saturate that gas shortly with the extra drones that are coming out. Yep, he rallies them right to the gas. And for Chinpon, it looks like, yeah, he just went for a gateway expand. Cybernetic score on the way. Nothing out of the ordinary for now.
We'll see if he wants to do another forge opening.
Yeah, early upgrade opening. I think Uthermal's been causing a lot of chaos with that.
Yeah, definitely.
Chinpon says, yeah, TBH. I don't take it super seriously, but I really should have played my main and not ruined my epic win rate of first place every championship. Oh yeah, because you were the Code B championship. A little bit of history here. Chinpon was the Code B champion in season 9, and I think beforehand as well. I think he was a multi-time Code B champion. Correct me if I'm wrong, Chinpon.
In the meantime, Chinpon decides to go again the forge, the wall.
Yep, just choosing to wall off with that forge. I guess it gives him the option of building cannons defensively as well, just in case he's getting all-in or whatever. Depending on the all-in, it can be pretty effective. A little bit of a hero style wall here with the pylon awkwardly contributing to the wall here. And I'm not sure if this is a complete wall either. It looks like that zealot, there might be a little bit of a gap there between the zealot and the wall. I think a stalker would plug that perfectly, but I'm not sure if the zealot fully does.
And also this time going for attack upgrade instead of armor.
Yeah, you gotta try it out,
But,
you know?
yeah, but looks like the same opening as before.
Yep, you are right. It's the Twilight Council, then Robo right afterwards. I'm curious to see where he'll take it this time. Maybe it'll be Blink this time. Maybe that's why he's favoring the attack upgrade.
Possibly, yeah.
But yeah, Von Litwig has great vision outside of his opponent's base. He's got a Ling at the third, he's got Overlords in the dead space right there, a Ling at the other third or fourth, depending on which one is taken, and then an Overlord ready to suicide in and scout later. He went with a pretty early Roach Warren as well. It's a good defensive option, just to have that earlier, just in case you need it. I think it might have been a little too early in this case. But yeah, it's definitely better than forgetting it. Only costs the drone and early 150 minerals, which is significant, but at this level it probably won't make that much of a difference. It's just better to have it. And he's got the third base already done.
Yeah, and also looks like defensive spores going already down.
Yeah. It's past the 4-minute mark, so it's nice to have those spore crawlers built already, just in case your opponent decides to go Oracle. But yeah, Von Ludwig is playing a little in the dark here. He starts his lair at around, I think, like 4:45, so he should have access to like any lair tech that he might need. This might be a little late if the Protoss player is going for DTs, just because I think the DTs can hit before the lair is fully ready and the Overseer is morphed. But it doesn't look like that's going to be the case in this game. Looks like Charge is being researched again, and Immortals are being created behind this. Which actually makes a lot of sense. I feel like if you do like a charge opener, an aggressive charge opener on 2 base, and then you transition into Immortals behind it, it's like, what's your opponent going to do, right? They're going to make a ton of Roaches more than likely, and then when they do that, you already have the Immortals ready for them.
And as you say, 4 Roaches are coming up instead of mass links. Oh, and also already making upgrades.
Yeah. This is actually quite ambitious from Von Litwig here. So to go double upgrades when your opponent is on, probably doing like a heavy 2-base aggression is pretty brave, I think, versus Protoss. Typically, I think you want to just get like the 1 upgrade, just in case like the all-in is super committed. In this case, it's just going to be a bunch of Charge Zealots though, and they go right into the third. A few Queens here are ready to defend, but it looks like they're going to get surrounded right away. It looks like Von Litwig does have enough to dispel this for a moment. He's going to lose the Queens more than likely. But yeah, with kiting he should be able to trade pretty efficiently versus these Zealots.
Yeah, and luckily he just lost just a couple of not huge damage.
Yeah, the Queen's repositioned to meet the Warp Prism. You should probably keep a few units in the back as well, just in case Champion decides to warp in. And it looks like that is what he might decide to do.
Roaches that just came out, and in the meantime he is going for a counter attack.
Yeah. Von Litwig successfully deters the attack in his main, but yeah, he just runs into a wall of Stalkers and Immortals here, which are gonna tear these Roaches to shreds.
That's not going as he wanted.
No, definitely not. And yeah, Immortals being morphed right in front of him as well, so he knows what the follow-up's gonna be. This type of army, Roaches do not do very well versus it.
Yeah, Shimpong went for a very good open against Von Litwig this time with those Immortals.
Yeah.
It's a pretty safe build, I think, with Immortals and Archons can prevent any early unit of Zerg.
Yeah, and it looks like the +2 attack upgrade is on the way for Champone as well. So those Immortals are going to be hitting like a truck once that kicks in. It looks like there's a little bit of gap in the upgrades for Von Litwig. I think that might have to do with the drones that he lost in the attack on his third. Maybe he couldn't quite afford the upgrades after that point. Another warp-in goes into the main. Von Litwig has a couple of Queens here ready to defend it. It looks like it's just a death for the time being. I think a warp-in of Zealous would probably be a lot more devastating here. But yeah,
definitely.
Looks like he just decides to pull back and maybe wait for another warp-in before overwhelming the main. And Von Litwig actually tries to... Oh, yeah.
Going for the attack on the front of the wall.
Good call, Papella. Yeah, there's a little bit of aggression at the front, but it looks like he's actually moving his army back. He's getting a little overwhelmed inside of his main. Okay, a little bit of back and forth here. He's not exactly sure which way he wants to go at the moment. But there's a ton of Ravagers here. If he lands really good buys, he might be able to decimate this army.
Yeah, those Ravagers will do a ton of damage.
Yeah.
Get some
So-
very nice connections.
Yeah, the bio just forces a lot of repositions here. They don't fully connect with the Stalkers. They just kind of walk back into the main. But yeah, those Stalkers are very well defended here. They're not taking any damage. The Zealots are doing a very effective job of buffering for them. Nice bio, hits one of the shielded Stalkers though. It's not ideal. And that Warp Prism is still in the back of his base. A huge Zealot Warp Prism could definitely ruin Von Lipwig's day right now because there are not enough roaches to deal with that.
Yeah. There's very little workers. Oh, they're getting pulled back in the main base. No workers on the fourth base yet, so he does use that fourth base as a macro hatchery.
Yeah. And Von Lipwig is taking the opportunity to re-drone a little bit here. He is leading in workers right now by a sizable margin, 15. And he's also leading an army supply. The issue is he just can't get on top of the army without wall in the way. This Protoss army just trades way too efficiently when SimCity is a factor. But if he could get right on top of the units, he could trade decently with it, especially if he reinforces his army.
Yeah, definitely, but those units are also very costly, and being on 2 bases, it's very difficult for Chimpon. So,
Yeah.
and in fact, taking the hidden golden base, it will be a pretty good boost for his economy.
Yeah, I hope he doesn't reveal it with these transferring workers. The 3 workers heading down to the gold base, I assume they're clicked on the mineral, so there'll be a little bit of a conga line with these workers just mining a little long distance here. As long as it goes unscouted, it's fine.
Yeah.
In the meantime, Von Lipwig is getting his second attack upgrade for range and transitioning into lurkers, which is a pretty good answer for this army. I really thought a Chimpon would have more immortals with this army since he got the robo so early.
Yeah, he
lurkers
doesn't
do
even
so well
have
versus.
he doesn't even have an observer, so that lurker at the start will hit will be a pretty bad surprise for him.
Yeah, no observer, no oracle, and yeah, like another warping goes right into the main of Von Lipwig here and kills all the queens yet again, which is just messing with his production. Not to mention the queens feel very expensive nowadays after their cost nerf. Oh, and then Von Lipwig's roach is kind of working against him here. He just needs to step in a little bit, but it looks like he does save the infestation pit, so he's fine. Oh man, so close.
that War Prism is really doing some wonderful work for Chimpon.
Yeah, and it ran right in between the Spore Crawler. It looks like Von Lipwig set up another one here, so if Chimpon wants to go in, he's going to have to like kind of Matrix dodge the Spore Crawler and then the Spore Crawler just to get into the main.
Yeah.
In the meantime, Chimpon did buy himself enough time for this base to get up fully. He's fully saturated the minerals. I assume he's going to saturate the gas in a second. And Von Lipwig looks like he's going a little bit on the aggression here. He's adding on the Hydras. He's got the Lurker Den on the way. He'll be able to morph some Lurkers, which should be a pretty good answer to Chimpon's army. Although the army is looking very big, even if he does morph in Lurkers right now.
Yeah, you don't want Protoss to get to that big ball of units.
Yeah. And then a little bit of the army being rallied here as well. It looks like Von Lipwig did rejoin the army. So yeah, looks like all the units are heading towards the one of Protoss's prospective bases over here.
I don't really like how the Lurker then it's very exposed on the 4th base.
It is. Okay, looks like Chimpon notices Von Lipwig is just sitting there, and it just pounces on the army. A few bios go down, which deter the engagement. And there are a lot of Hydras here, so this is a lot of DPS with Von Lipwig's army. I'm just a little bit worried that the Archons are just going to rip the Hydras to shreds, though.
Nice split. Although
yeah, a lot of damage here, actually. Von Lipwig might have enough here to do it. A good orphan of Zealots would tear this army to shreds, though. That's the only problem. Without the Lurkers here, he has the tech for it, he just hasn't made the Lurkers.
Yeah, and the wall could also work against Chimpon in this case.
a few lurkers are being morphed right outside of Chianpone's fourth base that he took a little bit later than the gold base. But yeah, this is just so many hydras right at the front here for Von Ludwig. It looks like he's gonna close this game out.
Cybernetic score goes down.
Yeah, even reinforcing with a ton of roaches as well to buffer for the hydras because he knows that the hydras are pretty exposed right now. Good moves for Von Ludwig. If he only just also realized that this gold base was in the bottom as well, if he shuts that down, I think there's nothing that
probably it's not even necessary. You can just destroy every gateway in the main, and that's cheap.
Yeah. In this case, yeah, you're right. Just keep it simple, go right on top of the production, end the game. We should. Oh, very nice storm on the hydras though. But yeah, it's just not enough. There's just not enough left with the. And even Biles the one Templar as well. Good game.
Hey, they're dangerous.
Alright, Von Ludwig brings a point back. Chianpone says he just wanted that last storm. Yeah, it's a pretty satisfying spell, dude. I feel like if I played Protoss, it would probably be my favorite thing.
Yeah,
Maybe if I played Terran, I think Ghosts would be my favorite thing.
Yeah, definitely. But Storm is the Protoss's magic choice. They just make everything appear.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it for sure. So we're heading into our last match, which is going to be on Celestial Enclave. Or last game in the set, which is going to be Celestial Enclave.
You are watching FSL.
Alright, in the bottom left, we have the Red Zerg player who tied up the series in that last game on Taito Citadel. His name is
Von Ludwig.
And on the top right corner are pink Protoss.
Von Ludwig.
Nope.
Von Ludwig. Oh.
Nope.
I hit the wrong button. Let's try that one more time. His name is
Oh.
A little bit of a missplit, guys. Chianpone uses the worker only scout to scout. I think that is actually the default path. If you just click your worker into your opponent's base, they'll always take the worker only path to get in the base, and they get right into the base. On this map, I always think I'm getting proxied, even if I have a overlord over there. I think I'm getting proxied.
Yeah, it's also very good to go from there because you can play a bit of a mental game. Is he doing a proxy there?
Yeah. In this case, he is not. It looks like this is a pretty stock standard opener and gateway gas expand.
Yeah, standard open both players. I saw Chimpone sending a early probe to scout his pocket base for if there was a hatchery.
Yeah.
But nothing there, so.
The Overlord just heads towards the natural here just to confirm that the base exists. If it doesn't, that is when the alarm bells go off for Zerg. You have to know what's going on. I feel like when I don't see an expansion there, but I see the gateways in the front, I think like there's probably more gateways in the back or something, and then they might be doing like a very early aggression. Like that's what I usually think. In this case, though, that's not the case. He goes for Warp Tech right away, so this is probably not a Stargate opener coming out of Chimpone. This is probably going to be another Twilight Council aggression if I had to guess. Pylon goes down in the main, and we'll see what he decides to follow up with. Again, getting the early forge, so I assume he's going to get the upgrade out of it as well, right? Just doing, I guess, the same opener, all 3 games, I suppose. Will it be armor or will it be attack?
Though doing the same opening for the 3rd time will give, I think, a bit of advantage to Von Lipwig, knowing what's coming. And he's going to destroy the rocks immediately, so
Yeah.
the Protoss won't have anything to...
I like the awareness. Oh, so he actually has an answer plan. He's got a couple of cannons.
Well, the Forge is working out for him nicely.
Yeah,
Because
so Von Lipwig
those
actually...
are-
Yeah. He
those are a lot
he
of
knows that
things
he's
to
preparing this defense for him on the other side, because this is not a sight blocker for Von Lipwig, I believe. Yeah, he pulls away the units when he realizes that the cannons are about to come up, I believe.
Yeah, those are a lot of things that could have been done a lot of damage if you could have taken down those rocks, but now they're just dead drones, so
Yeah.
not the best thing.
Yeah, this time Qianpeng just favoring the armor upgrade. So it looks like it's going to be very, very strong zealots. And building a Stargate behind this, okay. Yeah, Qianpeng just wants to contradict me here. He's going into a little bit of sky units for the time being. And yeah, Von Lipwig is just keeping tabs on the outside of his opponent's base, just wanting to know if he moves out on the ground. Trying to get into the main here. Oh, I think he actually could run by here. But instead he's going for the Zealot.
Those links could take an...
Yeah, nice plug.
But no.
Yeah, nice plug from Qianpeng. In the meantime, Von Lipwig did take the pocket base as his 3rd, and is droning it up slightly. He did make a ton of lings though early on, so his drone count isn't as high as it could have been. And unfortunately, he didn't get a ton done with those lings, so that's less than ideal. He's still leading in terms of the drone count right now, which is fine. And then Qianpeng actually getting a shield upgrade as well, so I think this might turn into Sky Toss. What do you think, Papella?
Could be, yeah, but the Qianpeng doing a bit of everything.
Yeah.
Twilight Council goes down, so yeah, maybe he wants to keep a bit of every option available. What?
Maybe it's for Archons, because like Archons really do complement Sky Toss really well.
Yeah. In the meantime, Von Lipwig going for roaches.
Yeah.
And Overlord speed.
I wonder if that's just for the scouting or if it's going to be for a little bit of drop play. This map does lend itself well for it with the pocket base and like all the different locations that you can enter from. You can enter from the pocket base, you can go straight for the main, or you can use this little ledge here to drop. And then I suppose you could also drop over here as well. Qianpeng's just doing a little bit of scouting with the Oracle right here, just running by. A little bit of nice starter sub micro with the laser here, just killing as many of the Zerglings as he can as they run by. A bunch of roaches being produced for Von Lipwig though.
Yeah,
so it looks like
unfortunately, those Zerglings won't do anything thanks to the wall, and that Oracle will do some damage to those ones.
Yeah, I would really love to see Qianpeng use his Star Port a little bit more. He built it and only got one Oracle out of it. No Void Rays on the way. It looks like he is getting a Fleet Beacon as well. So yeah, it looks like it is going to be Sky Toss. And he's adding the second Stargate as well. Oh, and then adding a second Twilight Council. I think that's a little bit of a mistake. But yeah, it looks like the second Stargate is on the way as well. So this is probably going to be either Carriers or Tempests. But Von Lipwig is making a ton of roaches right now. I think he might just try to do some aggression right now before the air units really come out. Which is why I was saying, like, I think a Void Ray would really help here, because it could kill the roaches pretty quickly if you have enough of them.
Yeah, and Von Lipwig needs to get those Hydras out quickly before Protoss gets a big army of
Thank you for following this channel.
Sky Arm.
Psy Storm and FSL are happy to have you.
Thank you for the follow, Jimmy. Welcome to the FSL Star League. Von Luque just sends the Overseer around and just getting a full scout of the main and the natural there, keeping tabs on what his opponent is building. So far, he just sees a bunch of gateway units and potentially also the Stargates. Yeah, he did see the Stargates. The Oracle is standing ready just to laser any of the units if they try to run up, but yeah, those gateway units should be more than enough with the wall. Nice stasis trap going down as well. If Von Luque isn't careful, that's going to capture like all the wings and maybe some of the roaches. Even throwing down an Oracle, a stasis trap, or a revelation at the last moment as well.
And there it is, getting some of those lings and roaches.
Yeah. So this is actually Tempest. It's not going to be carriers, it's going to be Tempests here. But yeah, this is just so many roaches right now. I'm not sure if Champhone has enough to really deal with this army at the moment.
I don't know how to feel about Tempest, because Champhone hasn't seen the Hydra Dam. So probably roaches would have been a better answer.
Yeah. And now Von Luque even just
very well.
Yeah, he's getting the Hydras too behind this just in case that there's a significant amount of areas, which at this point, yeah, he does see that the Tempests are out. Hydra's not ideal for fighting Tempests, but if you have enough of them, you can just start step forward and kill the Tempests, especially if they're busy trying to defend their own main.
Yeah, but also those are so many roaches.
Even the
don't
Vials.
have the DPS.
Exactly, yeah, there's just too much on the ground here, and just kind of steamrolling everything.
Yeah, targeting the pylons.
With a fleet beacon going down, it looks like it's only going to be Void Rays from here, Void Rays and Oracles. Yep, and just more Hydras on the way.
I believe this is already...
I think so too. We should be seeing the GG very shortly. Von Luque is pretty diligent with those dials, just remembering to throw them down versus air units just in the off chance that he actually gets hits on them. He's splitting apart his army as well, just to shut down the mining and also take down the infrastructure at the same time. Really taxing the attention of Champhone right now. The workers escape through the worker-only path and set up another base.
Trying to stay alive for as long as possible.
Yeah.
Letting those Tempests kill all of those.
Rift Tariff, why is he not leaving? I think this was his tournament life on the line, so I think he was trying to fight it out as long as possible. This was one of the games that wasn't casted live, so I think there wasn't any expectation in terms of time or whatever.
The Oracle goes down to the Hydra list, and now only the Tempest remain defend.
Yeah. At this point, Von Luque is probably thinking, like, okay, what other bases do you have? Why haven't you left the game yet? And
well,
it looks like
he does have links on the corner bases, so...
Yeah, exactly. He's got an Overlord here, an Overlord there, and yeah, Overlord's at all of his bases as well. Yeah, he's just looking for that last base here, and with that Overlord speed, he's going to see in a second. He's only making Hydras from here because he knows exactly what army he's up against. Yeah,
he could also just go for a mass link, and the Tempest won't have the DPS to kill all the links.
Yeah, Rift Turret. This is actually a best of 3, actually. I just forgot to update the score. There we go, okay. Yeah, I've been forgetting to do that. So it's currently 1-1, it's a best of 3. And Cheat Code just says, You gotta love these Gen Z players.
Yeah, now seeing all of the arm. But we can kite those Tempests, the Hydras, but...
I just love how he's saying chat, am I cooked, that he's actually being streamed right now. Alright, the Hydras catch the Tempests, and the rest of the army's right on top of the base. GG, well played.
Catchphrase.
Yeah, we got a lot of personalities here in the FSL. Alright, the next match we're going to go into is Von Litwick versus SCV Sir, and then it's going to be Papella, yours truly, versus Wind Shadow as the last match. And yeah, Papella is my co-caster here, so he will be casting the game alongside me.
It will be pretty strange. I'll leave you do most of the casting case.
Gotcha.
But yeah.
Alright.
In case you have some question, you can ask me directly.
Yeah.
I guess.
Hey Papella,
what was going on?
What the hell were
in
you
my head.
thinking?
Yeah, exactly.
Alright, first game of Von Litwick versus SCV Sir is going to be on Taito Citadel.
You are watching FSL.
Alright, in the top left we have the Red Zerg player who won versus Chinpon in that last set. Advancing forward to play SCV Sir, his name is
Von Litwick.
And on the opposite corner, our challenger, the pink Zerg, is
SCV Sir.
Good to go, sir.
one of these days I will learn how to do the camera spinny thing in C2 to give those dramatic inputs.
it's one of the buttons on the right side of the keyboard. I think it's cans.
It's
One of those.
the scan button?
I don't know it. I have a 120% keyboard, and it's one
Okay.
of those keys. So
So this is actually a pool first opening from Von Litwick here. Just opting for a little bit of extra security. It looks like it was a pool hatch gas opener. I'm a fan of this. If you know you're up against a cheesy player, this shuts down aggression pretty well, especially if you blind to make 6 lings at the beginning. Because it gives you a lot of map control early and you can harass your opponent's mineral line. ZBZ, uh-oh.
maybe he was scared of a third 12 pool.
Yeah, maybe.
Since
SCV Sir tends to be one of those players who typically plays team games. He prefers to play the team games. And yeah, no stranger to early aggression. So maybe Von Litwick just did a little bit of research on him. Creates a queen from the main base and walks the other one down. It looks like only 2 guys on gas for the time being. Speed hasn't started. Not sure if that was intentional or not. Yeah, it looks like he's rallying another drone onto the gas. So speed will be a little bit later than what it should be, I think, in this matchup. On the other side, it looks like Von Litwick, or sorry, SCV Sir just got his 100 gas, so speed should be starting shortly, and there it is. And yeah, SCV Sir's just taking the opportunity to scout with his first 4 lings. It looks like he's even getting a lot of damage on this first Overlord. I think it's going to be a kill on that Overlord, which is a bit of a misstep for Von Litwick. Less than ideal to lose that first Overlord.
those links getting a bit of scouting, but not much.
I think the information is really worth its weight in gold here. He knows exactly how many units Von Litwick has made, and this is actually a very large amount of links for the time being. Like, his speed is nowhere close to done, but he's making a ton of units right here. Seeing that was very helpful for SCV Sir.
Yeah, try. And Banelink Nest going down for FCV, sir, against that massive army.
Question in the chat from TTU Viewpard. This FSL thing, do you have to pay to play? You do not. You just have to apply. So I'm just going to post our application thing on the chat again. If you're curious and you want to play in this league, just give us an application. We'll see if it's a good fit. Oh, I think I missed something. It looks like a third base was killed.
In the meantime, third base going down and getting killed by Von Liquid.
Yeah, it's hard to interact with the chat, observe and cast all at the same time. In the meantime, Von, SCV Sir is making a lot of Link Bane here. His speed is fully complete. And yeah, we're just transitioning into the Link Bane phase of this game. Meanwhile, it looks like Von Liquid has the Roachborn on the way and a wall set up. He'll be able to plug that with a Queen right there. And effectively avoid the Link Bane phase. I know a lot of Zerg players don't like this in ZVZ, the Link Bane phase. It's very dicey. I consider myself one of the better players at Link Bane, and even me, like, I always know it looks like there's a hole in that wall. Links get inside and see get a full scatter in the main, and they're actually even overwhelming the amount of links in here. The roams are having to be pulled here just to defend. But with a Queen there, I think the range damage should be more than enough to take that out.
Also, no third base from Von Lipwick. SCV Sir tried to get the third base, but got killed. Didn't retake it. Von Lipwick didn't even try to get third base yet.
It looks like the third base is being retaken by SCV Sir. He has the army control right now, or sorry, he has the map control, so it should be good to take that next that third base. And even shooing away these overlords, which is a pretty good move with these double queens. That might even be another overlord to kill here. Question in the chat from Quasin. You're from Wardy's chat. How does he know you guys? He hosted us. Yeah, we're very grateful for that host. So KJ, the guy who runs this league, he runs Storm Gaming. So yeah, he just has connections in esports. He knows a lot of people. But yeah, it's definitely a fun group of people, fun league. It's open to all skill levels, as you see here. Yesterday we had our grand finals for this league as well. I won't spoil anything for the individual championships. I won't spoil anything. You can find that VOD on YouTube. But there were some pretty good games. So yeah, Von Lipprig has his full wall right here. He's getting his double upgrades, and he's fully saturated on 2 bases. Almost fully saturated, he just needs a little bit more gas. Running a few lanes across the other side of the map, and SCVs are expanding to the gold right under this overlord, so Von Lipprig will know what's going on. SCVs sends 1 lane in just to scout that the amount of roach is being made. So he should know what he's up against, what the transition is going to be, and that's just going to be a lot of roaches.
And in the meantime, the golden base gets denied by those links.
Yep. SCVs are running right in with his Bane links at the opportune moment, and those links from Von Lipprig just eating a face full of acid. But yeah, like I was saying about Ling Bane, even if you have like good Ling Bane control, it's just like it's just so easy to mess up and just eat a Baneling in like the worst way possible. Like, so that's why they say ZVZ, anything can happen. Like, even if you're good at Ling Bane, like everything can shift on a knife's edge, you know.
Yeah. In the meantime, Von Lipprig getting a very big army of roaches, and almost having 3 times the army supply of SCV Sir.
Yeah, the Roach Warren for SCVs are actually just finished.
Yeah. And an infestation pits goes down, so maybe he wants to rush up for a hive.
Yeah.
Or maybe he wants to take faster.
I would be really surprised if this ended up being a Swarm House game. Nice kill from SCV Sir. Despite the army supply advantage, SCV Sir is actually able to do this run by and take out the base, maybe even kill like one of these queens.
Yeah,
it looks like
Von Lipprig moving out.
Yeah, huge conga line of roaches right here. and only Lings being made in preparation for this. It looks like Roach Speed kicks in, or maybe the Roaches are on streak now, they're just faster. Getting right on top of these drones, just started stepping and killing the Queens and also the Lings, the drones. Baneling's getting decent connections, but there's just not enough here, I don't think.
Yeah, and Von Lipwick also has the upgrade advantage. He has 1-1 against 0-0.
Okay, so one Storm Host is being made. I don't know if I called that or if that's the accidental Storm Host. I think it's the accidental Storm Host.
Yeah, I guess it. But it looked like SCV Sir was defending this very good with the links around.
Yeah.
I believe the upgrades are showing very
it looks like
powerful explosives also.
Yeah, this is a lot of worker kills here. It looks like those links were kind of dillied out a little bit, but like without the melee upgrades, they're just not doing a lot of damage versus Reroaches that already have the armor upgrade. And we get the first GG. Alright, so Von Lipwick is up 1 in this series. Let's just update that scorecard. There we go. And yeah, BK Cuddle in the chat. You watch a YouTube VOD with me casting. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed it. JMPZ as well. Yeah. We're a frequent caster duo in this league. I'm glad you enjoy our casting. I think, Papel, this is your first time casting as well, right?
Yeah, yes, it is.
How are you liking it so far?
A bit nerve-wracking, but...
I think you're doing a great job. Honestly, the hardest thing about casting, I think, is just like the rhythm of like saying something and then letting your co-caster also say something. Like that, like it's always so awkward when you both start saying something and then it's like you stop, and then you both start saying something and then you stop.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's already happened also.
Oh yeah, no, I mean it's fine.
Yeah, no, I've got a bit of problem. So I'm not. My mother, nothing. Problem that, but.
Okay. So this next map is going to be on Winter Madness. I'm hoping I loaded the right replay here because I think something weird happened with this one. Valentina, this is true. You tried casting once and it's not easy for someone like you who isn't chatting. I think it's just like, honestly for me, it's just about like talking about the game. I think I just try to work in as much game knowledge as I can, and just go with that. Although the hype casting is definitely like a different skill, I think. Anyway, let's do the quick intro. Yeah.
You are watching FSL.
Alright, in the bottom right, up 1 point in this series. His name is
Von Lipwick.
I actually know exactly what they're talking about here. I'll get to that in a bit.
And on the opposite corner, down 1 point, going for the second game, he is...
Thank you for following this channel. Storm and FSL are happy to have you.
Alright, and let's get that scorecard updated. No.
Yeah, in the meantime, Von Liquid going for an early pool. So this, I guess, this will be an all-in.
It could be. It could be. It could just be a defensive pool first. It looks like he's got quite a few drones, so I don't think this is going to be a pool first or a all-in. It looks like he's drawing a little too hard behind this. I think he was just opting for a safer opening just in case he was getting cheesed. Yeah, even getting a spine crawler here, this is super defensive. I think for whatever reason he just thought he was getting cheesed here, so he just decided to play super safe. But yeah, so going back to what these players were saying, now they tell us, haha, are we stopping? No. So we actually want to stop these players and get in on their second match during the tournaments, but we caught them just a tad too late and they started their game. So in the meantime, SCV started going for the very early third base. So I think he's going to opt to play like a little bit more of the open wall, heavy link style. Getting his Roach Warren very early though, so a little bit of a contradiction there, I think.
And this opening, it's going to be very lucky for SCV Sir, because he's going for a greedy build against an extremely defensive build. So
exactly,
he might get away with that build and have a pretty big advantage.
Exactly, couldn't have said it better myself. The way that you counter defensive play is greed, and the way that you counter greed is aggression. It's a little bit of a trifecta. But yeah, SCV Sir taking the opportunity to make some roaches here. I think these will be defensive roaches, unless he just fully commits and starts making more roaches here. He only has one gas geyser, so really can't be that many roaches. So this is probably just a group of defensive roaches and then going right back into droning. Yeah, it seems like that's going to be the case.
Cancelled even the second gas, send the back to mining. One link going for the scout.
Yeah. Once again, an Evo chamber wall coming down for Von Litwig, and even advancing the spine crawl a little bit forward. He'll probably plug with the queen there just to be safe as well, and really focusing on getting his 2-base saturation before making a group of roaches and taking his third.
Yeah, no attacking units made from Von Litwig except for the queens.
Yeah. And queens are more than enough. There's actually even a Zerg opener where you skip link speed altogether. Let's actually see if he actually doesn't even have link speed. He skipped it. He just elected to go for a wall at around 330 and just plug with a queen and the spine crawler. This is more than enough. If you get link flooded, you can just wall with additional Evo chambers. And yeah, your opponent just wastes a lot of larva that could have been drones on that attack.
Yeah, and probably Von Lipwig will go for a I'm guessing Hydra Roach army, since there's no link speed.
Yeah. A lair is being created. Yeah, good call. And it looks like it's at the natural right here. Probably will add on a Hydra den after a while, but my guess is this lair is just to get the rope speed at first and then add on the Hydras later. A little bit of patrolling going on with these links from Von Litwig here. I guess he's keeping his units active more than anything. But he is also kind of revealing that he doesn't have speed here, which I think is a huge tell. The reason why I think this is a huge tell is because, like, if you were going to play Muta, you probably would still get speed unless you're rushing Muta. And rushing Muta is, like, pretty dicey, because if you get attacked early, you're basically just dead.
Yeah, and I'm guessing that's why SCV starts building some defensive spores.
Oh, yeah. Maybe... well, actually, no, I'm not sure if that makes any sense then. I think maybe... Because if this was Muta... okay, yeah, it could have been a Muta rush. He's even adding a Hydra den. Yeah, it could have been a Muta rush, and he's making the spores because he's reading the situation as such. But now, he does see the roaches, so maybe he was just making that out of habit, I'm not sure. Or maybe the roaches just popped out a little bit earlier. The queens advance forward, and they just start hitting the Overlord from behind, forcing the Overlord to move forward. Nice move from Von Litwig there, just getting the Overlord, just forcing another 100 minerals out of his opponent. And yeah, then Von Litwig takes a little bit of the longer way around. His roach speed is a little bit delayed. Taking the longer way around it, probably trying to surprise his opponent on a path that he doesn't think that Overlords are going to be.
Keeping those roaches hidden for a surprise attack.
Yeah. I wonder if this will work though, because it looks like, yeah, okay, I don't think a CV Sir has an idea that it's coming. He just made another 10 drones, and those are all going to be rallied to the third more than likely. Like the double upgrades coming out for SCV Sir here. That's going to keep his army competitive with Von Litwig. Looks like their upgrades are roughly aligned. Looks like
in the
Von
meantime,
Ludwig is slightly
also
ahead.
yeah, also build a Hydra then already. Quick, so I'm guessing that it is going to be a Roche Hydra army.
Yeah, it looks like with the defender's advantage and the long path that Von Ludwig took, even hitting slightly before his Carapace upgrade was completed, so maybe a bit of an anti-timing there. But yeah, SCB Star has more than enough to defend this. He's getting right on top of the isolated packs of roaches. He probably could have kept trading there as well. I like the addition of Hydras. Oh, okay, yeah. So this is one of the weird games. So this match actually stops in the middle of it because one of them lagged out, and we'll head into the next replay here. They did a resume from replay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Love the fact that Blizzard added that feature, by the way, because everyone was asking for land for the longest time with StarCraft 2. Because people would lag out during tournaments, and back then, when someone lagged out of a tournament, they would just have to redo the whole game. So people were asking for LAN. Blizzard said no because they didn't want people to get their game for free effectively by jailbreaking it. So instead, they created this resume from replay feature, which is actually quite good in my opinion. It's a clever solution, meeting the community at a good halfway point. Wish they kept doing stuff for the community, but...
and we ended up with StarCraft being at the end.
Yeah. Alright, loading into that next replay right here, guys. Oh, wait, hold on here. Did I pick the right one here? Okay. Let's try that one more time, guys. I hope they didn't send me two of the same replays. In the meantime, let's just get that custom scoreboard back on the screen, just so you guys have something to look at. Enjoy the nice neon colors. Okay. Oh. Okay, so this other replay is larger in size. I think I might have to... I think the larger replay is the whole game. I might have to click into it and skip through. Okay, so I guess I should have just loaded the second replay. Okay, I'm going to change my observer interface real quick to facilitate that.
Also on the chat, Rift Terrorists, you guys should do some sort of King of the Hill.
Yeah.
It could also be a nice mode to play.
Yeah, I guess it would basically devolve into everyone versus Dark Menace.
Oh, maybe you could do different for every league.
Maybe, yeah. Like
King of the Kill, Code B, Code A, Code S.
Yeah.
And the winner of the Code B, King of the Hill, goes in the Code A.
You are watching FSL.
Alright guys, apologies for the hiccup. I'm just going to be zooming through the rest of this replay, which I think is the completed game. Now I know when you resume from replay, it'll save the replay as a whole complete game, as opposed to just the continuation of the prior one. Now I wonder if we could cast this like a like Eminem rapping Rap God. I don't think I have the words per minute for that.
Yeah, then it's a bit too fast for us.
Alright, there we go, okay. Alright,
Yeah.
now we're back on regular speed. Alright. So yeah, SCV sort of defends that push, and Von Ludwig is just running back. Both players, their hyper speed is roughly timing out around the same time. SCV Stars will be a little bit faster. So it looks like he's like gonna use the Hydras actually as part of his army as opposed to just using them directly for lurkers. definitely nice to have. I'm not a huge fan of rushing lurkers in this matchup, just because a large amount of Ravagers can really mess with them.
Yeah, and also the Hydro does very much.
Yes, it definitely does.
And
they're also just a very A-movable unit. They're just very consistent, very A-movable. They really augment the low speed as well.
Fighting roaches off creep against roaches on top of.
Yeah. I like this for Von Litwig at this point. Von Litwig had more Hydras with the defender's advantage. He's got more of a buffer there. Yeah, SCV starts just trickling units every time he moves on the retreat. He's just losing more units here, and it looks like he just has Hydras left at the end of this. Probably going to get overwhelmed here if Von Litwig decides to start a step forward and take out the Hydras here, which are very expensive.
Yeah, he needs to get the natural base to and defend that.
Yeah.
Good call to let the third base die. Don't have enough to defend this.
Yeah. Looks like the workers even being cold here for SCV, sir, with the rest of the remaining forces coming in and that bile, yeah.
Yeah, but that's still not enough. Reinforcement from Von Litwig coming in.
Even see the slow links participating in this fight just as a buffer.
Well, they do get targeted instead of the roaches, so...
Yeah. Good showing here for Von Litwig. And we get the GG. And with that, Von Litwig wins the series 2-0. Which leads us into our next match here, which is going to be Papella versus Windshadow. A TVP. First map is going to be on 10,000 feet, second one will be on Ruby Rock. But yeah, guys, I'm just going to take the opportunity again. If you guys are interested in joining FSL, definitely take a moment and visit that apply page, find the Google form, and just fill that out. We are recruiting for Season 10. And yeah, we hope to have you guys in our league.
Season 11.
Season 11, yes. Thank you for the correction.
You are watching FSL.
Alright, in the upper left, we have the green Protoss player who plays for Team Psyop Gaming. His name is...
Windshadow.
Oh, hold on. Papella, do you want to introduce yourself, or should I do it?
Well, this is strange. Well, in the bottom right corner, the purple tavern from Pull the Boys, it's me. It is.
Papella.
We just need you to develop split personality disorder, so like you don't know that you're playing, you're watching yourself. This is a different person to Papella.
It's an imposter.
Oh yeah. And it looks like I'll fix the observer overlay in the next game, guys. Sorry about that. I forgot about it. So yeah, Papella, you're doing something a little cheeky here. A proxy barracks with a tech lab versus Protoss. So I assume this is going to be some kind of Marauder rush. Oh, and a factory too. Did you get this from Hearthstone? It might be the Hearthstone build.
No, I got this Chatomic.
Yeah, but Chatomic got it from Hearthstone.
Then yes, I got Hearthstone.
Yeah, I've seen Chatomic pull this build out versus Protoss when he doesn't when he wants to do a quick cheese. He's pulled it out versus Haruz. He just pulled it out versus Adastra. It's a pretty lethal opener. These like Protoss versus Terran in the early game, like it's just so precocious. It just feels like everything just hinges on like a very low number of units. And yeah, just losing any amount of units is just so devastating. Concussive shells being researched from the tech lab here. It's going to augment the efficacy of these marauders. And then we have a starport as well. So I think it's going to be a Liberator follow-up, I believe, if I had to guess. Yep. Wind Shadow sees what's going on right now. Wind Shadow's actually feeling pretty good at this point in the game, in the tournament. He was actually the Code B champion, and he was on the up. And then he had to play against Papella here. Let's see what happens. Nice shield battery from Wind Shadow. I really love to see him add on extra shield batteries here, because like I mentioned, like those few units are just going to need so much support against the proxy marauders here. Nice energy recharge on the shield battery.
I did scout with the probe that there was no barracks, there were wall off, so I didn't know that.
Yeah, good scout from. Oh yeah, okay, so a medevac follow-up. Okay, this makes a lot of sense as well.
I prefer a bit of changing it to a medevac rather.
Siege tank just sieges up a little bit closer to that shield battery, and that shield battery is officially in danger. Yeah, Marauders just taking the opportunity to fire at whatever they can. Yeah, very dicey position here from Wind Shadow. Yeah, and even the Stalker's taking a few shots from the siege tanks.
One Stalker goes down.
Yeah.
Second siege tank coming up.
Yeah, more Stalkers being warped in, but without any attack behind this. And yeah, just kind of building into your direct counter as Wind Shadow here. Not an ideal situation by any means. The Robo is quite late at this point. I feel like it should have been earlier given that there wasn't a Twilight Council first, but maybe the early aggression just kind of messed with the macro of Wind Shadow here.
Yeah, Nexus goes down, yes, he's forced to go on the defensive on top of the ramp.
Yeah, and meanwhile, Papella just taking the opportunity to get even more ahead by his creating an expansion as natural. All the map control goes to Papella here. Very nice siege position from Papella here, really punishing Wind Shadow for trying to go down the ramp at all. Yeah, and with those Stalkers going down, it looks like this might be a very quick game one. Yeah, Workers being pulled quite late here. I think if that was going to be done, it had to be done a lot later. Maybe transfer some of the Workers to the natural, and then pull a lot earlier. And we get the GG.
Getting blocked.
Cordal Share says this build is a pain to deal with. I don't doubt it.
Yeah, it is pretty strong as a opening.
Yeah. We will update the scorecard real quick. Alright. And the next game we're loading into is going to be on Ruby Rock. Let me just fix the observer overlay real quick before I forget. Really liking the WCS observer overlay. Looks pretty slick to me.
I'm gonna have to leave you because I'm gonna have to go eat, but so well, it has been very nice to cast, even my own game, I guess.
Yeah, pleasure having you. Hope you cast more in the future as well. We're definitely looking for more support in the FSL whenever.
Yeah.
You are watching FSL.
Alright, yeah, see ya. Alright. Loaded into game 2 here on Ruby Rock. In the top left corner, we have our green Protoss player. His name is
Wind Shadow.
Yeah, down 1 point in the series. Let me just update that real quick. Boom. And in the bottom left, we have our purple Terran player, up 1 point in this series, getting a win with that early aggression. His name is
Apella.
I'm just impressed that he has a Rubik's Cube. I assume he can solve a Rubik's Cube as well. I never learned how to do that. Maybe that's why I never made it to Masters. I just need to solve a Rubik's Cube first. Yeah, Papella doing another interesting build here, putting his barracks on the low ground here. I'm not entirely sure what the benefit of this is going to be. Maybe it's just like a slightly faster path for some Reapers, potentially, to get to his opponent's base. Yeah, it looks like he's rounding right to the third there. I assume this is going to be Reapers. Yep, first Reaper comes out right away. And I assume he's just going to dart right into the main from there, using the ledge right here. In the meantime, things look pretty standard for Wind Shadow. Taking his expansion, his gateway, expansion, cyber. This is a little bit more of an economically focused build, I think. But yeah, just showing a lot of confidence, I think, for Wind Shadow here. Reaper heads out of the natural, running right to the opponent's side of the map. We'll see what journey he takes. A bunker even being produced at the low ground as well. Pretty defensive move, given that he's going to be the one putting on the aggression right here with that first Reaper. Now, that being said, it is only a barracks with a factory behind us, so not a ton of aggression. Wind Shadow gets a pretty good heads up when he sent that worker just to create that first pylon. But yeah, the Reaper just doing a pretty good job, just getting 2 workers so far and just running away from that stalker. No significant damage being done. This is just a little bit of a nice little opener that Papella has made for himself here, getting those first 2 worker kills. As of right now, with Chrono Boost, Wind Shadow should still be ahead, so definitely not game-ending damage by any means. Looks like he secures himself another worker kill. And yeah, just darts right out of there. In the meantime, the factory's on the way with a tech lab. And a starport coming right behind it as well. He saturates the rest of his gases. And takes an additional gas at the natural. Wind Shadow opts to go for a Stargate opener in this matchup in PvT. I assume the first thing out of this is going to be an Oracle, which is going to provide him with a lot of scouting and the worker harass opportunities. We'll see if Papella is prepared for it, especially with the opener that he's going for. Not a lot of Marines that he has, and they're relatively slow compared to the Oracle. So they'll just have to dart between the natural and the main, trying to defend worker lines, unless he gets a engineering bay and some turrets up. That was some crispy focus fire, for sure, by the Reaper. And a Twilight Council to follow this up as well. I'm guessing this is going to be charged from Wind Shadow here. It's typically the choice for PvT, especially when you're a little less confident in your Blink Micro. But yeah, Charge Let's just kind of get it right on top of everything very quickly. You're thinking it's going to be a 2-0 for Papella. He looks pretty strong. Well, I'm definitely not going to spoil anything. But yeah, that was a pretty good showing in that first game. And then Papella looking to play pretty standard after this, so I respect the range that Papella is showing here. Setting himself up a very nice wall here with the siege tank behind it. If the let's say if there were a bunch of stalkers here, they would have to dive pretty deep just to attack the siege tank, and at that point they're eating a lot of shots from the bunker. And this other siege tank right here definitely would be less than ideal. Very solid defensive position here. I think the only thing missing is potentially even a siege tank right here, and a little bit more SimCity with the buildings being cascaded a little bit like this, so that if you have blink stalkers that blink up right here, they have a really bad time trying to move around these buildings to get to the siege tank. Then the siege tank just takes so many pot shots. These are all hypotheticals though, it's not what's going on in the game right now. Papella is researching both combat shields and stim at the same time, so this is looking like it's going to be a very strong timing when those two things are ready. And I think he's actually going a little early here. Is he maybe going to take a third, or no? This is a marine tank push. Maybe he's hoping to set up a very tight position with the bunkers before his upgrades really kick in. And then when his upgrades finally do kick in, it'll just be like a totally unbreakable position with the marine upgrades. Windshadow does have a fair amount of units though, and his charge is about to finish along with a +1 upgrade. So yeah, when all of that is ready, I think he'll have like a very strong army to deal with this. Oh, and Windshadow is actually even like sidelining this army here. Okay, the Stalker's leading first, not ideal. Stalker's going down pretty quickly. And Windshadow has some Phoenixes as well. He's trying to zone the Phoenixes, the medevacs, but unfortunately all those Marines already landed. So yeah, just getting caught a little bit out of position there as Windshadow, and then taking the engagement in kind of an unfavorable way. The rest of the Zealots engage the Marines, and a little bit of friendly fire is occurring here. The siege tank is shooting a little bit over its range. Can't shoot at their nearby units, so has to shoot at far away units or the buildings. But yeah, Windshadow does clean that up with the Phoenixes. He's going to chase down that last remaining medevac, and the Zealots can clean up the rest of the army on the ground. So Windshadow lives for the time being. And yeah, additional Stargates being added. Was not expecting this. So I guess this is an early air transition. I'm not sure what this would be for exactly. Like probably not more Phoenixes. Can't be Tempest because he doesn't have a fleet beacon. It can't be carriers. So I assume this is just gonna be like mass Phoenixes and additional gateway units, so like he'll just own everything in the sky and have a lot to pick up tanks. And then when the Marines are isolated, he can just engage them directly. I assume that's what it's going to be. KJ in the chat says, on our Discord, looks like Lil Reaper is willing to take challengers for a show match. Awesome. Love to see that. Hopefully we can get a adequate opponent for Lil Reaper here. Maybe extend the stream a little bit more. A bunch of Zealots running right by this army. Oh, never mind, they're on a move, so they engage the army directly. Papella forces Stim and Kite a little bit here. And yeah, those Zealots without the charge available, they just kind of target fire the tank and to all die. A lot more Phoenixes out for Windshadow as well, so I think the Phoenixes are looking to sideline these medevacs and take them out, and probably lift the tank as well. But yeah, there's just not enough on the ground here. This is looking like it could be a quick 2-0. Yeah, when Shadow comes back to those Phoenixes, caught a little bit out of position here, and those Phoenixes being targeted down by the Marines, less than ideal. Oh, and even a Liberator in the back that I totally missed. Bunch of Stalkers being warped in. These Stalkers do not have Blink though, so they'll just be fodder for the tanks. Yeah, difficult position to be in as Windshadow here, and behind this, Papella is still macroing pretty well, setting up a good SimCity at his third, and adding on the additional infrastructure at the same time. If we look at the workers killed real quick, 35 workers have been killed in this game for Papella. Oh, devastating damage, and even getting the Liberator on top of that Templar. One energy recharge is cast on that Templar, so one storm will be available. We'll see where he decides to shoot it. But yeah, with the natural going down, this is a very dicey position to be in. At this point, I think this might be in the territory of the game-ending damage. Nice storm being landed on those 4 infantry units. Those workers being caught a little bit in transition here. I thought they might be move to attack move there, but no, Lux is going to his third base just to continue mining. Take a look at the income right now. Oh god, the income was super low for Wind Shadow for a very long time there, because he transferred all of the units from his main, and that Liberator is still sitting there, denying the gas mining. Alright, income's starting to go back up, but this is a, effectively a 1-base Protoss competing with a 3-base Terran, which is definitely not where you want to be. And once again, the units kind of running right by each other. Capella going straight for the third base, and if this goes down, yeah, the workers being killed as well. Stimmed Marines are just too fast. Wind Shadow electing to try to base trade a little bit. He's going to the third right now to deny this fourth command center from coming up. But with the siege tank there, that's just going to slowly pick away at these units. Maybe do a little bit of friendly fire if the siege tank decides to... Oh, very nice storm on the workers. Oh god, that's devastating damage to the workers. 34 workers killed by Wind Shadow right there. But yeah, the rest of the bio comes back, takes out the remaining Narcon, and with that I think we'll see GG. Oh my god, Papella even transitioning into ghosts. Yeah, this is a pretty unwinnable position here. And yeah, there we go, we got the GG. The last two remaining Templar have like a little bit of a standoff with the remaining bio. But it will not make a difference. Alright, quick 2-0 for Papella there. Now, we're going to see if we have any potential opponents for Lil Reaper here. Lil Reaper has volunteered to play in a show match. So we got a bit of a surprise for you guys. A little bit of a treat. Lil Reaper has been quite a fan favorite for a while, I think. I know some of you guys have been following him. Maybe we can find a worthy opponent for the Lil Reaper. Oh, we have a contender. We have Sheen Pone. Alright, let's see if we can get these guys on camera real quick. Since this is now a live event. This is actually one of the show match requests that people have asked for a while ago. I'm going to clear the scoreboard here now that we're transitioning out of our tournament style view. Alright, there we go. We got Lil Reaper and Sheen Pone here. I'll add them to the call in just a second. Lil Reaper and Sheen Pone, thank you guys for volunteering for a show match here. How are you guys doing today?
Oh no, I have the stream on. 1 second, let me. I'm doing outstanding. I have a win rate on ladder, so I think I got this in the bag.
You got a win rate on ladder? Like a good win rate, you mean?
A win rate, a real win rate of like 20%.
Hey, that is a non-zero. That is a non-zero win rate right there. Okay, it looks like my stream was a little bit messed up for a second. Apologies, guys. Okay. So yeah, Little Reaper versus Chimpon was actually one of the requested matchups. I don't remember it. Who requested this? Our form doesn't specify it, but I was actually curious about this one too. So yeah, Little Reaper and Chimpon are both typically Protoss players. Are you guys going to be playing Protoss against each other?
Isn't he Zerg now? Yeah, no, I'm Zerg now. I don't know what.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. It was a little unclear, I think, because like you've changed your race here
Although
or there.
I'll probably play Protoss here because I don't know. I've been practicing Protoss today, so it's like why not play it there?
Okay. Sounds good. And Little Reaper, how are you feeling about this matchup?
Okay. My computer's been like terrible and it's been like freezing up like a ton, so hopefully I don't have that doesn't happen in this game. But I'll probably still win anyways, you know.
Love the confidence. Alright, so have you guys thought about like the format for this show match? You guys want to do a best of 3, best of 5? What do you guys think?
Yeah, best of 3 or best of 5, whatever he wants. I don't really care.
Okay, well, as of right now, I think you guys are the only people who are volunteering for the show match right now, so we could make this a best of 5 if you guys want.
Yeah, I'd do that.
Okay. Let's get this tool going, because we actually have a tool for you guys to actually select your maps now. If I could just remember how to do that. It's not there, it's not under Teams. Oh wait, no, I have to log in, that's why. Okay.
0% he's not cannon rushing. I'm not gonna cannon rush, bro. For real.
You are, looks like you've made quite a name for yourself for your cheeky plays, Chimpon. They're expecting, you have expectations to uphold.
Yeah. I mean, granted, I did, you know, I suck at cannon rushing, so.
And have you guys played a ton of games versus each other? I know you guys are on the same team, so I assume you guys practice against each other a lot of the time.
Yeah, Bro, speak!
Speak.
The stream chat can't even hear you, bro. They can't see your messages. But I'm not talking while I'm eating. That's kind of disrespectful, you know?
He's got a good point. Okay, I think, I'm not sure if the option has disappeared from the FSL website for me or not, but I'm not sure if we actually have the tool here to use for the maps. I'm not sure if it disappeared or not. I'll have to ask KJ about that. But I guess we could do this informally then. Do you guys have any maps that you would like to ban? Or should we just go right into picks?
I'm good with that, can I pick?
Yeah, sure. Do you guys want to do a coin flip to see who picks first, or do you just want to...
he can go first.
Okay.
I pick Mothership.
No!
Wait, or did you say to ban?
No, he wants to pick.
No, we pick it. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, that'll be it. Okay. I'm gonna choose Celestial Enclave.
Alright, you guys are just going for all the weird maps here.
The good maps, you mean? These are the good maps.
Hey, I have nothing banned in my ladder pool just in case I have to play it, so I figure I might as well do it anyway. And
all the maps are good, except for the ones that have good Terran missions.
Yeah, every map that's not good for Terran's a great map. I agree.
Yeah.
Alright, Little Reaper, you're
what's
next.
What's our map pool for FSL?
So we can do the ladder map pool, or we can do the FSL map pool, or we can join them all together. So if you want to do the FSL map pool, we can also do that. I can just sort of list off what those are.
If this is a oh no, If this is an informal show match, we could do the cherry blossom map that Green Pirate's been making.
Yeah, why not? Let's give his map a little bit of love.
Yeah.
Wait, is Lil Reaper, is that going to be your pick though? Do you want to do Cherry Blossom?
I mean, he can make a pick. I'll pick cherry blossom.
Okay, alright.
Yeah, he picks that. Yeah.
Okay, I'll just put that down. Cherry Blossom. That'll be map 4.
I pick Old Republic.
Old Republic.
1,000 feet or 10,000 feet.
10,000 feet. Okay, that is 5 maps right there. Sounds good. So we're going to be loading in on our first map, which is going to be Mothership. I'm actually curious how this one's going to go.
Easy 3-0 for me.
Love the confidence, but
This guy
let's.
sucks
Are you saying
Well,
Lil Reaper? Are you saying Lil Reaper might be washed?
Yeah, he's really bad.
So by washed, do you
every
mean that he
time,
plays super clean, or that he's not like gonna lose this game? What are you saying here?
He's gonna lose this game so bad.
All right, Lil Reaper. Those are fighting words. What are you gonna say in response to that?
He's gonna say, he can win if he wants to.
Be ready.
It's not that deep.
It's not that deep.
No, it's not that deep, bro. It's just a show match.
All right, love it, guys. I'm gonna separate you out into separate lobbies, and we'll get right into this game, guys. Love the enthusiasm for our players here. These guys are actually pretty good friends. Alright, and we are going to be loading in here. Just want to make sure that I have my settings calibrated correctly for this. We'll do the observer interface correctly. Yep. And it's going to be a PVZ, Lil Reaper versus Chianpone.
You are watching FSL.
I love how both of these players are just vibing. Lil Reaper getting his daily nutritional value, and Chianpone doing a little dance to hype himself up and singing along to a song, I assume. These kids are very animated. So yeah, Lil Reaper, a little bit of history here. Lil Reaper was the Code A champion, I believe, in Season 8, if I remember correctly. In Season 9, he was upserded by Sopuli, who was placed in Code A and later advanced to one of the higher level players in Code S, playing in the top, I believe he's in the top 5 players in the FSL right now. But yeah, at one point Lil Reaper was the Code A champion, and Chianpone was the Code B champion at one point as well. Chianpone does punch above his weight class every now and then. He can be a tricky player to play against because he's pretty creative, let's just say. Starting out with the bad luck, no fun from Chianpone. Alright, in the top left we have our pink Zerg player. His name is
Chianpone.
And in the bottom right on Mothership, the orange Protoss player. His name is
Lil Reaper.
Let's get that production tab on the screen. Lil Reaper says, I swear my computer, so I guess his computer is is treating him a little poorly here. Maybe he's getting a few stutters with his frame rate. Not sure what's going on exactly. Chianpone is kind of calling him out. He's just saying like, oh, you're making excuses. You can't say that it's your computer if you lose this game. It's all skill. We will see what happens. Shinpon opting for a very standard opener right here, just hatch gas pool. Should saturate that, I guess he's, yeah, hold on, I think he might be a little low on drones here. Looks like he's putting, yeah, opting to saturate his gas earlier. I think his drone count is a little bit lower than what it should be if I'm reading this correctly. But that's fine. The Lil Reaper opts to get like a second gateway and a cybernetic score behind this as well, so maybe just getting the gas earlier might make a little bit more sense just to defend. Without the Nexus being there, this could turn into a very aggressive opener for Lil Reaper right away. Shinpon finds a probe and he just attack moves it, just making sure that he's not getting cannon rushed anywhere or proxied, just seeing where that probe is going. He doesn't know that Lil Reaper might have another probe out on the map, and yeah, Lil Reaper's just being annoying. He's just going to go off to the third base and come back around. Just keep an eye on like if the Zerg player decides to expand third early or not. And that Nexus is finally coming down for Lil Reaper. He has the double chrono on the gateway, so this is going to be a very aggressive double adept timing. I think he saved up the chrono, so he's going to have two adepts very early, and those will probably just be rallied across the map with a shade. Lil Reaper just scouting around for any potential expansions, but there is none at the moment. Our early Roach Warren is coming down for Qianpeng, so maybe he's expecting a little bit of early aggression from Lil Reaper. These two players do play on the same team, they do practice with each other, and they know each other, they're friends. So at this point, they probably have each other's number a little bit. MD Wolf, yes, we are doing a few... we're doing a best of 5 series between Lil Reaper and Qianpeng. This is game 1. Since these guys were the only ones to really volunteer, and I think the other players who did mention that they would be available are, their time has kind of run out. I think they said that they would be only available until like 2 p.m. or so. Lil Reaper decides to shade right into the main there. Qianpeng does follow the adept shades. Lil Reaper is targeting down the lanes at the moment. Looks like he was... Oh, no workers killed. Okay, so it looks like there wasn't any target fire from Lil Reaper there, unfortunately, so not a lot of economic damage was done there. Just trades some adepts for the Zerglings. So pretty good defense here from Qianpeng, but given the fact that he held that, I'd really love to see him take on the third base pretty soon. An early layer is coming out for Qianpeng as well. This will help him deal with any DT rushes should they be coming on the way. Or maybe even just get roach speed a little bit early. Link speed about 3/4 of the way done. Oh, and Qianpeng. Oh my god, Qianpeng actually finds a way into the base and gets right on top of these adepts, but really not enough to overwhelm here. But regardless, this is very important information that Qianpeng just discerned. The fact that there is a War Prism here, and the fact that adepts are just loaded into it, he knows what's coming his way. Charge is being started for Lil Reaper right here, so it looks like it's going to be a Zealot follow-up, a heavy Zealot follow-up, probably into Zealot, charge a lot, Immortal Archon. And Qianpeng going for a Nidus network. This might explain why he hasn't taken a third base yet. Maybe he's just opting to get a ton of workers, or sorry, a ton of roaches out before he finally loads them into the Nidus, and then Nidus is the back of the base. Players are feeling a little bit of lag. Qianpeng just runs back to the base just to see what's at the front there, and he takes advantage of the fact that this gateway is a little far forward here, so it's going to be a target for some links to just get some nom-noms. Then he goes for the Zealot, and now he's on the Cybernetic score. If this goes down, it's only going to be Zealots from here, but I think Lil Reaper is actually pretty happy with that, given the fact that he's got a War Prism right here ready to pounce whenever he's ready. I might even... I think Lil Reaper probably should have even recalled this War Prism. If he recalled it and then put the Zealots down, or the Adepts down here, he would have had the range to deal with the Zerglings here. Qianpeng putting the Nidus network right in his opponent's face right there, and actually kind of creating a little bit of a wall for himself. The Queens make it out of the Nidus Canal, and the rest of the units are joining up here. Queen's adding that additional range DPS and also that anti-air should there be any air units here that Qianpeng has to deal with. And Little Reaper is scrambling a little bit. His natural's in a little bit of danger, but it looks like Chainphone is just opting to go straight for the main ramp. Workers are being pulled here just around the queens at their own move command. A lot of frames go towards the Little Reaper's favor there, where Chainphone is not able to actually attack. It looks like this will be a hold for Little Reaper. He's going to want to get an Observer out pretty soon to deal with this creep. But yeah, this will be annoying since he won't be able to re-wall this. And yeah, those roaches that were in the Nidus Canal just load out, and yeah, they'll be used defensively for the time being. Although I think he might actually have enough army supply here that if he really wanted to, he could potentially just make a lot of roaches and steamroll, given that there's no wall here. Looks like he's still making units and he's transitioning into Hydras from here. Little Reaper's still keeping tabs on his possible expansion locations. Chainphone gets right on top of some adepts here, but then the Charger also pounce on top of this army, and then the Immortal joining in from the south here, getting right on top of the roaches, target firing them even, where they're most effective. Good moves from Little Reaper. Good wall here from Chainphone. He's going to have to actually plug it if he wants to prevent those zealots from getting in. But yeah, not a lot of army supply here for Chainphone, and this is a group of units that could potentially do a fair amount of damage to the worker line if he's not careful. Some bios going down, but they do not connect. A lot of these workers are going down and taking a look at the workers killed. It's just ramping up. 12 workers killed so far this game. Yeah, with the rest of those reinforcements, I think he should be able to hold on here, or at least force that war prison back. Little Reaper has pretty good war prison micro, so I expect to see him with this Immortal pretty soon. Oh, but he loses the war prison with the Immortal inside of it, and we get the GG. Updating the scorecard right here real quick, guys. And we have Chainphone up 1 point. Okay, we have Little Reaper switching computers real quick, so we'll give him a moment just to do that. And our next map is going to be played on Celestial Enclave. We'll just wait for Little Reaper to just hop on his computer to get his camera feed ready. Chainphone in the chat just saying he's back, as in he's playing well, I think. So he's feeling a little confident after that first game. Good for him. He is not washed as a player. He's playing very clean. Indie Wolf in the chat is asking, how was your second game versus Wind Shadow? That was a very good second game. I think your defensive SimCity was great, and your macro really outscaled Wind Shadow there. I think there were moments where Wind Shadow could have taken on your army and cleaned up the pushes, but it was just the way that he engaged the army was just a little bit unfortunate. But yeah, since you were able to take really good trades, you were kind of able to really snowball that game out of control. Chainphone in the chat says you might be wondering, how does Chainphone play with his mouse sideways? I don't know. I didn't even know he could play sideways with a mouse. Does he tap the keys, the clicks with his thumb or something? I don't know. He scrolls sideways with the mouse wheel? I have no idea. I don't have the APM for that. Looks like we got Little Reaper back on camera. And it looks like he'll be logging on to SC2 pretty shortly. Using his brother's computer here just because it's giving him a lot more stability. Smart move there, just to transition. Really wants to play the rest of this series at his full power. Alright guys, game 2 will be on Celestial Enclave. We'll just get the confirmation that the players are ready to play. Alright, we got a hopefully from Lil Reaper, hoping that he's feeling, and we got an outstandingly ready from Chienpon. So a little bit of a role reversal. Usually Lil Reaper is the one who is outstandingly ready, or some extremely ready, or some very hyperbolic ready. Alright. And we're loading into our next match.
You are watching FSL.
Alright. In the top right, we have our orange Protoss player. His name is
Lil Reaper.
Chienpon with the tongue-in-cheek bad luck, no fun. Just making sure that his opponent does not get the blessing of his good luck. In the bottom left, we have our pink Zerg player, up 1 point in this series. His name is
Chienpon.
Just opting to take an early expansion there. There we go. In the chat, KJ says, "There, I'm on my mobile. You know he's the third kid, so he has the oldest hand-me-down." So I'm actually the middle child in my family, and I was always the one that got like a lot of hand-me-downs, like usually iPhones and stuff like that. I have 2 sisters, so not a lot of gamers in the family. But yeah, I didn't mind. Perfectly happy with the older gear. But yeah, when it affects your performance like this, like if it's affecting your ability to play, it's a little bit discouraging for sure. I know when I first started playing SC2, I had a laptop that I was playing on back in like 2011 or 2012 or something, and the thing just could not run 200 supply armies in a 1v1. It was... I played Terran at the time, and I just lost my army to Banelings all the time versus Zerg. I thought Zerg was unbeatable. And then I switched to Zerg when they get in Heart of the Swarm, just because the units seemed a lot more fun, honestly. And also just because I could 1A. Could 1A a little bit more easily. Playstyle suits me better as well. So Lil Reaper just setting up a little bit of a forward pylon in the back of Chienpon's base. If this goes unscouted, this will be a very good opportunity just to warp in units and probably deal a lot of damage to the economy. As of right now, Chienpon has no idea this is there. Yeah, in terms of the vision, he has not scouted in that direction just yet. He is spreading creep in that direction, so he might be able to see it soon. Meanwhile, the probe is just running around in other directions. Looks like Chienpon actually did see that on the mini-map, so he does react to the probe, and the Lynx are hunting that down as we speak. Meanwhile, on the Lil Reaper side, just set up a pretty decent wall right there. The expansion is relatively late. This was a double gateway opener as well. With a fast warp tech. It'll be interesting to see what tech he decides to go for this time around. But with the sentry there, he should be able to energy recharge that, get a good full scout vision on one side of the map. And yes, we get the double adept opener as well, hoping to get some economic damage with that. Those Lings are still looking for that probe. They run back towards the base, and it looks like they didn't notice the probe this time around. But they actually do have to be on their best behavior right now, because these adepts are coming in right now. The Adepts rush into the base. Let's see if they can get any economic damage. The Queen's in a nice position right there, but they go straight for the drones. Yeah, 2 Adepts will one-shot a drone. The Shade completes, and they go into the main right now, continuing to one-shot workers. Very nice damage here from Lil Reaper. Their damage is starting to stack up a little bit. 5 workers killed so far, and he even shades to the other side of the map as well. He might even get out with this with this adept at the same time. 16 links in production for Jinpo. This is a bit of an overreaction to 2 adepts. Ideally, you just have the lings ready at the beginning and you just deal with the adepts with minimal damage, but if you make a bunch of units after the defense and you don't end up using them offensively, then yeah, this is a lot of wasted units. It looks like in this case I actually did help him out though, to be frank. He was able to get right on top of those 2 additional adepts that they warped in and shut them down before it happened, but I think he probably could have done that with a few fewer units and then just made more drones. In terms of the unit count right now, oh yeah, Lil Reaper's leading a lot in the drone count right now. Very unfortunate with the drones that Champone lost and the extra units that Champone had to make. Very unfortunate. Behind this, it's going to be the similar transition. This is going to be a new charge with a Twilight Archives, Templar Archives on the way, and a robotics facility. So it's probably going to be another warp prism and to warp in a long charge slots here or there. Chinpone doing his best just to keep a pretty decent vision on the map using this scouting link, just running to and fro. If any attacking units come from this angle, he'll get alerted from it. But he actually still doesn't see this probe that's keeping tabs on him at the moment. So yeah, both players just kind of like scoping each other out with the binoculars and not really seeing each other. Alright, I say that and then this hallucinated Phoenix goes right into the main and sees everything. So yeah, Lil Reaper is definitely made a very good start for himself here. A very solid lead to start the game. Even taking his 3rd base here in the pocket. Nice safe little location. Chinpone opting to take down these rocks. As of right now, Lil Reaper has no vision on this. So this could get taken down, and if it goes in at the right moment before the infrastructure's up to really warp in a ton of units, this could be disastrous for Lil Reaper. Oh, but he abandons the effort. Probably a little bit of F2ing or maybe 1Aing here, just kind of canceling some unit commands. He gets those links right back on it. Nom nom. And yeah, Lil Reaper's none the wiser right now. In terms of structures, Lil Champone does have the Roach Warren, so he will be able to make roaches to combat these charge zealots a little bit more effectively. As of right now, there aren't that many charge zealots. They're actually on the wrong side of this wall, so Chinpone has an opportunity to run in and maybe get a few worker kills right now before these units have to run back in and kind of filter through this narrow choke point. Okay, it's a few seconds there where Chinpone had a little bit of opportunity to do a little bit of damage, but yeah, now the lanes are going straight for the main, while the roaches kind of like waste the time with the main army. A little bit of move commanding here, the roaches being less efficient than they could be. And yeah, the Ling's getting right on top of those workers. Only 4 workers going down though. He would have needed to target fire a little bit better on those stacked workers, or use some hold position micro just to make sure that he's attacking the workers. Could have been a lot worse for Lil Reaper there. Solid defense. And Storm is on the way as well versus a heavy Roach army here, but. It's a heavy Roach army, but not a lot of supply, unfortunately, just due to the state that he was in before the attack even really happened. More Roaches are in production, but yeah, Chinpone's going to have to take a very efficient trade here versus the Charge Zealots, and going into the choke is exactly the right move. Nice transfuses there, but a lot of that supply gets caught on the wrong side of that force field, and yeah, those Roaches just kind of get taken out. Even using the Hallucinated Phoenix just to make sure that he can see the high ground. Nice moves there from Lil Reaper. And storming the choke too. An ideal situation to fight the Zealots, but not an ideal situation to fight Storm. You really don't want to sit on a choke point right there and just eat a really heavy Storm. Looks like another Storm might go down as well. Lil Reaper's opting, yeah, he's just opting to put it on the high ground there, just so it doesn't affect his Zealots too much, and we get the GG. Next game is going to be on Old Republic. Lil Reaper able to bring the series back right there and even it up. Chimpone just lamenting that he was a little supply blocked there. Understandable. Frustrating way to lose for sure. This time, instead of being hopefully ready, Lil Reaper is extremely, absolutely, and amazingly ready with two typos. With two typos. That's how you know that he's actually very excited. This time, Chienpone is actually switching to Protoss. So a bit of a race switch here.
You are watching
Lil Reaper making a little bit of prediction there. In the top right, we have our orange Protoss player. His name is
Lil Reaper.
And in the bottom left, we have our pink Protoss player this time, not Zerg. He's opted to go back to his roots. His name is
Chienpone.
So yeah, Lil Reaper making a bit of a prediction there. He's predicting that his opponent will 100% cannon rush him or 100% DT rush him. We'll see what it's going to be. And looks like Lil Reaper does have a read on it. It is a Forge being thrown down for Chienpone. Like I said, these players know each other. They know how they like to play. Chienpone can be a tricky guy. Also Lil Reaper, underratedly. Lil Reaper has no stranger to doing DT builds. Lil Reaper's going to get a good scout of this though. With this first probe across the map, he's going to see that that Forge right away. And he's going to know exactly what's up. Chienpone already has a forward pylon though. It's looking he's not building the first cannon right away though. I'm not sure exactly what he's trying to do here. Maybe he's just trying to distract with the first probe. Oh, okay. Alright, so he built another pylon right there, kind of interrupting the wall of his opponent. Not exactly sure if maybe the pylon was meant to be a little bit further forward there. Bunch of pylons coming down though. This is a lot to deal with. Pylons have one of the fastest build times of the game, and yeah, Chienpone even yeah, he gets a little bit surrounded there, but he does get a cannon down. With these 4 workers on the cannon though, I think he will be able to clean it up. Yeah, especially with that Zealot right there to do that DPS. Wow, Zealots do a lot of DPS and cannons. And yeah, this is a 300 supply, or sorry, 300 mineral investment that's just kind of dead in the water. Well, a little bit more with this pylon and the cancelled structures right there. On the other side, Chienpone just likes to throw down a couple of defensive cannons and just continue down this tech path, transitioning into a relatively normal PvP from here. Just a little bit behind, I think, considering the investment that he made. I think maybe what Chienpone was trying to do is put this pylon a little bit closer to the ledge and then run up and build the first cannon there along with additional pylons. I think that's what he was trying to do. Not sure. Chienpone just chasing around a probe that made its way into his base. We'll see who wins this little probe battle. Yeah, those probes with the little 9-volt batteries just zapping each other. Just like those little prank gags, like you pull the little fake gum and you get zapped. That's how I imagine probes fight anyway. Am I sure this isn't a Smurf? Lil Reaper, as in, or Chienpone? Little Reaper clears the first pylon there at the front and just scouting a little bit further ahead just to make sure that there isn't any other shenaniganry. Yeah, with this Nexus going down for Little Reaper, he's building himself up a very sizable lead. Leading ahead in the supply by 9 at this point, mostly in workers at this point. 19 workers to 26 at the moment. And yeah, Champone just going to do his best to catch up here. I wonder if he's going to use his chrono energy on economy here to try to really like catch back up in terms of the workers. Little Reaper looks like he's doing a very good job spending his chrono energy. Another 50 is about to come. Let's see what he decides to spend it on. It looks like it was a chrono most recently on this warp, on this robo, I think. This is being chronoed, right? Yeah, it is being chronoed. Okay. And then the next chrono goes down on the economy. Love the effect for chrono. Looks so nice. Warp Prism moving out across the map. Looks like the Zealot and the Stalker found that first pylon, that cannon wall with the first step there. Retreating back to the cannon should be fine, though. I don't think there's any world where these two units break this wall at the front, but it's not the wall at the front that he needs to be concerned about. It's what could warp in the back of his base. Little Reaper may even pick up those 2 units there and just send them right into the main, and there's not a whole lot of defense here. Oh my god. Little Reaper, you can tell the future. Either that or these guys have played way too many games against each other. Little Reaper knew it was either going to be a Cannon Rush or a Dark Shrine, and it's both. He goes right for the Dark Shrine right away. This is probably going to be a cancel. And yeah, Champone has to scramble together a defense right here. Cancels the Dark Shrine. But with adequate micro here, I think that he should be able to defend this. Maybe even pulling a few workers. Okay, that's a lot of workers to be pulling. Gets a really solid surround on these units, and he's going to trade very favorably with them. But yeah, Little Reaper has pretty nice Warp Prism control. Gets a few units for his troubles though. If we look at the units lost tab, looks like Little Reaper did lose a significant amount there. He's trailing in the units lost by about 400 now. Or the resources lost by about 400. No, this is units lost. Okay, wait, hold on. What is going on now? So, in terms of units lost, he lost a fair amount. But there's also the resources in terms of the structures lost, so I'm actually not sure what button that is. But yeah, it's... I don't think it's going to matter too much in terms of that because Champone is very all-in right now. He's living up to his team name and he's pulling the boys. Versus his opponent who also is on pull the boys. So we're just going to see who can pull the boys better. Champone getting right on top of all these production buildings, but he needs to make sure that he doesn't trade unfavorably with the rest of these workers. Oh, Little Reaper running right by the probes just to try to zap the main units and then running straight to the natural, which I think he might actually need those probes to defend here. I think maybe warping in units and then fighting the army directly is probably the move. Yeah, this is actually, I think this is turning into Champone's favor. Okay, no, but there is a lot of charge zealots here, so maybe with the right micro, this could go really well for Champone. But yeah, like his buffer's kind of disappearing here. Yeah, nice little position here for the Stalkers, but that's a lot of charge zealots. Maybe if he took that position earlier before the zealots got right on top of them, we get the GG. Little Reaper says, I knew you were going to Cannon Rush, and then Champone says, I wasn't even planning on it. I guess he put the idea in his head. He was so worried about a Cannon Rush that he just decided to manifest it for his opponent there. Okay, next map is going to be on Cherry Blossom, which is actually a contribution from one of our own. Green Pyre has made this map. I assume he submitted it for the map contest. I'm not sure if it was considered or not, but we're going to load into it here. I think this is actually going to be one of my first times seeing this map as well. Lil Reaper just saying not again, bro, as in not again, you're playing Protoss. But Shinpone does confirm that he's ready, and I assume Lil Reaper will be giving us that ready very shortly. Just confirming that Lil Reaper is ready here. It looks like he is at his computer. I think he just forgot to give his ready statement. But yeah, Lil Reaper is on match point. We'll see if he can bring it home, or if we have a longer series on our hands, where Shinpone wins this next one and brings it out to an ace match. Oh, Shinpone actually did switch his race again, so he's playing Zerg. Never let them know your next move, right?
You are watching FSL.
Alright. In the bottom right, we have our orange Protoss player up 1 point in this series. He just needs one more to bring it home. His name is
Lil Reaper.
And in the top left on match point right now, punching a little bit above his weight class, his name is... No.
Shinpone.
His name is Shinpone. Ignore that first alert there, guys. Misclick. Lil Reaper thinks that this map is weird, but that it looks cool. I like the amount of red on this map, but I feel like it also makes things kind of like very saturated, very hard to see things. It reminds me of the Neon map as well, like Neon Violet Square, but like more vegetation, you know? Okay, Lil Reaper, he got Cannon Rush in the last game, and he took that personally. He's going to Cannon Rush Shinpone this time. But this time he's playing a Zerg. So how is this Cannon Rush going to go? Is this going to become a Cannon Contain? Also, why is there no expansion here? Shinpone, what are you doing? Is this a 12 pool? This is a 12 pool with gas. But he didn't keep an Overlord at the bottom. I think... Does he get enough units in time to deal with these low ground pylons? He needs to know that these pylons are coming up right away, and needs to pull workers to actually like kill these structures. Otherwise, these are just going to trade way too well with the Zerglings, and he's just going to be bleeding units for no reason. On the other side, Shinpone's actually building a proxy hatch. I totally missed this. Oh my god! And Lil Reaper's taking his opportunity just to be next door neighbors, right next to Shinpone. They're such good friends that they want to build right next to each other. Isn't that wholesome? What in the world is going on? I'm just trying to keep up with the observing Shinpone. I don't know. Lil Reaper does pull a bunch of workers here, and he's building additional cannons right at the expansion. Some Zerglings are being morphed right here at the front as well, so I think he's going to try to make as many Zerglings as he can at the front here. But it looks like he's rallying them towards the main right now, so I think this is just like kind of like him selecting all his hatcheries and just building. Looks like a re-rallying is occurring right here. But yeah, there's just a lot of probes right here, so he's going to have to micro his heart out, and as soon as these cannons finish, he's going to have to run. Yeah, with the workers doing the mineral walk right there, getting right on top of the Zerglings, it looks like this hatchery is not exactly long for this world. And they even try and surround the queen with the workers. Nice target fire there from Shinpo, just to get one worker at a time, just to make sure that he does the economic damage he's looking for. He even built a drone at the front there, so I think this might turn into a spine crawler potentially. He just needs to throw down a creep tumor. No, it's going to be another proxy hatch. What is going on? A gateway is being built at the natural of of cheat code, so Lil Reaper is not forgetting about his own aggression. This is really just a defensive cannon rush. Just checking the workers killed right now. Shinpo has killed 5 workers so far with this proxy hatch. A few overlords being produced at the front. And yeah, the Zealot just running its way to the top of the ring, drawing those units in to those cannons, and once they're there, just leading them to their slaughter. It's happening yet again, and Lil Reaper's advancing the cannon rush a little. He wants to advance his position with the Zealot and the probe there and the cannons on the low ground, just doing so much consistent damage. It's going to be very tough to break this. Ideally, I think Ravagers would be on the way by now to break out of a position like this. But yeah, both players really taxing each other's attention. This is really a fight on 2 sides. Very dramatic. Shinpon even building a proxy hatch. I guess this is going to be a macro hatch. He's just building a macro hatch in his opponent's face. Shinpon being feeling like he's being forced to pull the workers here, but ideally you do this when the Zerglings are out as well. He's getting a decent surround on this, so he will take out that cannon, and I think he'll be able to run back and just continue mining from here. But in the meantime, like looking at the workers right now, Lil Reaper has doubled the worker supply. And he's not giving up on this cannon rush. He's going to keep trying to cannon rush just so long as there isn't creep in his way. On the other side, Lil Reaper did pull a few workers to deal with this, and he is advancing the defensive cannon rush to try to deal with this proxy hatchery. But there's nothing really to attack here. There's a wall right there at the front, and there's no expansion on the low ground. Ideally, like most of this, the defense should be here to break out of this as soon as possible, and then just transition into a more of a macro game from there. The cannon does finish at the front, and it does take out the rest of those Zerglings. And yeah, that cannon rush shows no sign of stopping. Work is being pulled yet again, but yeah, to approach those cannons would be a death sentence for sure. Few more lanes being produced, but 2 Zealots at the front there, plus the cannons with the consistent DPS, and more cannons being produced at the edge. All Lil Reaper has to do is just dance between the edge of the creep and the hatchery, and this should be GG. On the other side, oh wow, okay, Lil Reaper actually produced enough lings to overwhelm the defensive cannon rush position. But there's nothing to really attack here. He might be able to sneak in and actually get at the workers, but he will lose at least 2 lings doing that. I'm curious what he'll decide to do here. Microing his heart out with those drones right there, just staying outside of the cannon range as best as he can. This is definitely a difficult position to be in. Yeah. If this happens to you on ladder, it's definitely a stressful situation. I think the best thing that you can do in situations to prepare for situations like this is just have a friend just cannon rush you over and over again in different ways until you just have the defense down. That way you're not stressing about your MMR, you're not stressing about misclicking and losing for bad reasons. Down to just 6 workers, taking us back to Wings of Liberty and Heart of the Storm here. Lil Reaper looks like he's going to close out this game shortly. But Shinpo doesn't want to go out without a fight. Checking in on the other side, he still has that hatchery. Looks like those lings went back, I believe. Yep, it looks like those lings went back and actually made us around. I'm actually not sure if they were hatched or if they came back from the other side. Down to just 2 workers though is a dire situation. Two workers, 22 minerals versus about almost 1,000 minerals per minute from Lil Reaper on 1 base with full saturation. Tough match, but just remember, guys, that these guys are there's quite a difference in skill between these 2 players at the moment. That could change over time, but yeah, Lil Reaper was definitely the favorite player going into this. props to Chinpone for doing his best. Bro just builds Stalkers. Chinpone was really expecting him to build Stalkers instead of Zealots, and he gives the GG well played, and that ends the series in favor of Little Reaper. Alright, and we'll bring these players back in for a quick interview here. Let's get them back on the screen real quick. There we go, and add them. And we'll get them right in this voice call. Welcome back, Chinpone. Let's get Lil Reaper here as well.
I'm in lockdown, sir.
Oh, it looks like he's on KJ's computer. Okay. Welcome back, Lil Reaper, and welcome back, Chinpone. Great series from you guys. Lil Reaper had to switch computers in the middle of that series, but it looks like it paid off for you in the end.
It would have been even. It would have been even if he had been using the same computer, because you know I'm using a computer that's probably older than both of us. So I think it would have been fair. I think it would have been fair.
That's fair. You know, some people even say I've been very vocal about my choice in keyboards, and a lot of people disapprove. Some people would say I actually would have 300 more APM if I actually used a real keyboard.
This is my keyboard. Look at
Yeah,
this thing.
that looks like a standard like computer keyboard that you would get like from a like out of the box or whatever, not a gamer keyboard or anything like that. Players, how did you feel about that? Probably what?
I don't know. Oh my gosh. I don't know. I feel like I just fell off with my like overlords and stuff in the later games, because like I kept getting supply blocked in like the most crucial moments.
Yeah, it's definitely frustrating to get supply blocked and just hear that sound over and over again.
Yeah, I know.
It's a little tilting, and it becomes
that
a self.
game was so stupid.
It was very interesting, and I think we picked a great map for it. I was having trouble observing that. There was just a lot going on both sides of the map. Props to you guys for keeping the pressure on in two different locations and managing it very well. So yeah, let's just walk through all those games. The first game on Mothership, Lil Reaper, it seemed like you got a little overwhelmed there with the amount of units that knocked on your door. But you were dealing with some computer problems. Do you want to walk us through what was going on in your head?
My computer was freezing every like 13 seconds, so those adepts, I was trying to cancel the shade, but for some reason it didn't register, and they just got obliterated. And then, I was just really like annoyed about the computer thing. I think I could have actually won that though, because the economy was pretty I was ahead in the economy, so I think I could have won that, but like I don't know why I dropped out, but whatever.
Yeah, I know. I thought I was kind of dead there. I was like, all right, well, I don't know why he left the game. I guess I'll take one game. I guess I wasn't expecting to win any games, so you know, I'm chill.
Yeah, I think if I remember correctly, you moved out across the other side of the map, but he was able to overwhelm your army, and then by the time he made it over to the other side, it was just like so much damage at your front. Yeah, like sometimes you just have to recognize when you're where you are ahead, what your advantages are, and then play to that. In this case, it was in terms of economy, so maybe just sitting back and playing defensively was the way to go. Definitely hard to tell. Very easy to see when you are like have the top-down observer view. But yeah, and then yeah, game 2 was on Celestial Enclave. Yeah, who wants to talk about that one first?
Well, he mind games to me. He used mind games to get me to cannon rush because I didn't want a cannon rush.
It
Or
was
no,
a
that's the
Jedi.
third
It's a
game. That's the
Jedi
third game.
mind trick. It's like
That was
That was-
you're going to cannon rush.
right. But the third game, I was like, well, he's not gonna expect me to cannon rush because he said I was cannon rushing, which it's worked against him before. But like, although the mind games paid off. That's the third game though. The second game, I don't know. I just kept getting spy blocked and I just had a lot of mess ups.
All right.
All right, and then yeah, game number 3 was on Old Republic. So I did have a question about this game actually, because you cannon rushed Old Republic at Chinpon. You built the pylon a little bit further away from the main. Were you intending to build the pylon on the low ground such that you could build a cannon right away on the high
so
ground?
yeah, so that was a misclick, and I intended to actually place it in the natural. I just didn't notice. I wasn't paying attention, and I just placed it.
And Lil Reaper, do you have to deal with a lot of cannon rushes on ladder or versus your team members? How do you normally prepare for that sort of thing?
The only person that can rushes me is
Only person who cannon rushes you is Chinpon? Okay, so like you get all the practice from him.
Okay, well,
I'm actually so surprised. You don't get cannon rush on ladder? Do you not play ladder Chinpon or Lil Reaper?
I do. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, because cannon rushing is like fairly common, at least in Diamond. So.
Oh my gosh, I hate every diamond player that exists.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Is that why you decided to leave?
Because your only energy weapon.
Yeah.
I did decide to leave diamond actually.
You hated it so much you decided to leave.
I hated it, so I went to masters.
Bro,
Fair.
No, I'm nowhere near Monkey Shaman's level.
And the last game was on Cherry Blossom that we just saw. That was probably the most entertaining game. Lil Reaper with the very solid cannon contain, really returning the favor. I guess you got cannon rushed and you took that personally, so you decided to cannon rush yourself. Was that the thought process?
Yeah. I thought he was gonna be Protoss, so I put it at the low ground, and then I went up. I was like, why is there no wall? And then I saw that there was creep, and I was like, crap. Why did I put it there?
Yeah. I was wondering about that actually because he switched to Protoss for a couple games and then he switched back to Zerg. I'm like, wait, did Chinpon just switch back at the last second? I don't even remember. But yeah, never let them know your next move, Chinpon. Great job.
Bro, I could've won that third game if I just hadn't cannon rushed. Like, he sucks at the game, and like, you know, and my macro with Protoss is a lot better than his, and you know, like everything about my Protoss is better than his Protoss. You know, I except for my cannon rushing, except for my early games. That's why I lost. That's why I lost. Yeah. Actually, 1v1 me after this. No, 1v1 me PvP.
Yeah, 1v1 me, Protoss versus Protoss, player versus player. It sounds like a Lil Reaper doubts that a little bit, and that's fair. Maybe on like a. What was that? What was that, Lil Reaper?
Never. No, I was just saying something.
Gotcha. Yeah, maybe on another day you'll be able to bring the point back, Chinpon in another series. But for now, it looks like the win does go to Lil Reaper. Thank you guys both for playing in this impromptu show match. On top of the replay cast, thank you guys for watching. I think we're gonna call the stream here. We'll do a quick outro video. And yeah, guys, stay tuned. There's a lot in development for Season 11. We may do more events in the meantime, depending on what we have scheduled. But if not, we will see you in Season 11 for the FSL Team League. We have 4 teams right now: Angry Space Hares, Pull the Boys, of which Chinpon and Lil Reaper both represent, Psyop Gaming, which I represent, and the last team, Special Tactics, who is represented by Hyper Turtle and Greenpire as captain and co-captain. Notably, they also have Dark Menace, who's just won the individual championship. If you guys haven't seen that, oh, that's a little bit of a spoiler, I shouldn't have said that. But if you guys haven't seen the individual championship videos, go watch them. The games were pretty good. Alright guys, thank you, and we'll call it here.
Alright, I'll talk next time.
See ya.
Adios.
Hell, it's about time.
We are taking it up a notch.
Yeah.
That's the thing that they got you. So
It's up. Each team has 1 point.
oh,
Must fly.
10 workers go down.
Mine on the dash. I like the idea. That is a very saturated mineral line. Oh, but it hits the overlord. Oh.
Alright, there we go.
Yes, I've been practicing with those for the last week.
He's got his medication on hand. Oh, but he gets surrounded.
Oh, and he question marks him.
Oh.
DM's his friend. I like it. It's always fun when you play your friend.
Does he have another blink? Very nice. Bruce does have enough to really take on this army. He just needs to blink on top of it. Finish off those cyclones.
Yeah, looks like he's mostly defensive thinking. Oh, there we go. There we go.
There's one. Very nice. Kills it.
He's gonna beat it. GG. Oh,
Going straight for the workers. Huge economic damage. 24 workers going down.
Oh no, that's a bad storm. That he walked through all the Protoss units got stormed there. Very few of the
They are going to be taking on the 2-time world champion Cyril. He has come in with guns ablaze. That is currently 30 meters. We have the GG.
Pull it up!
Minnesota Barcraft, FSL team, manages to get a 2-0.
A very good try overall.
These didn't work. You know? Oh, you're not.
To a 2-0 victory over GG Izzy. GG's call.
7, 10, multiply there. We have the GG. Alright, great.